Hey guys, this is Jen with Glasses, and I'm streaming Star Trek Judgment Rites. Thank you for the host, Rain in the Wall. Thank you for being a friend. Oh boy. Never look at your bangs. They're always going to be a problem. It's always a bad idea to start. Alright, so here we are. Here we are. Back in Star Trek. I'm excited. I shouldn't have clicked my teeth. That's not a good sound for the mic. It's not a good sound for the mic. Alright, let's go into this. And let's load a previously saved game. I hope this is it. Okay, what do we have in our inventory that'll tell us if it's where we need to be? A rope. Yeah, I think it's on our machine. I hope I saved it last machine. We already got in here, right guys? Yeah, we got in here already. They kind of hate us. Okay. Actually, have we offered them any alcohol yet? Sir, would you like many of our fine and plenteous alcohols?
A drink from you? If you believed that we would drink your drug schnapps, you are insane.
Okay, that's definitely a hint. We need to drug something. Also, alright, let's check. I want to scan more stuff. If there's something we're not getting out of here. So let's scan more of the things. Alright, let's scan.
I am scanning the contents of the cupboard.
Okay.
Some chalk, some pencils, and a...
Okay, so nothing usable. Scan this, right? Scan the
Captain,
chocolate.
another abnormally high reading.
No, we
emanating from the
didn't.
chalkboard.
Great, let's take it.
Jim, we don't have time for any of us to teach them.
Well, education is important, Bones.
Jim, we don't have time for any of us to teach them.
Well, education is important, Bones.
Well, if it's... Here, can we take it?
Please, take anything, but not that. Education represents our children's future, and education cannot succeed if it is neglected or if teachers do not have the proper tools.
Okay, you need the proper tools? Can we talk to you about this?
Herr Kirk, can I help you?
Yes, I'd like to ask a question. What do you think about the war? What can you tell me about Trelane? These children are something out there.
You're a pal and a cop. Thank you for the host, Vino Berta.
I didn't realize they let mad dogs teach children. You know, I've heard that chalkboards can be very dangerous to children. The chalk is very bad for the lungs. Maybe I should remove it.
Really? Alright.
You want to remove my chalkboard? Nein, absolutely not. I wouldn't consider it unless you
Can't
gave me a
believe we
letter
didn't
from the
scan this last
superintendent
time.
telling me to do this.
He's telling me to do this. We need to talk to the superintendent. Okay. Where is the superintendent? Where he must be in the bar. Because everyone in this town's in the bar. Everyone in this town just drinks heavily. That's what they do. That's all they're doing is drinking a glug glug glugging. All day, all night, all the time, apparently. It is Germany. They're known for drinking beer. Wait, one of these guys is superintendent, isn't he? Which guy? I can't remember.
Fritz Schiller, superintendent of schools in Gothos.
Well, isn't that convenient? He was in the bar drinking.
Herr Kirk, though my position as school superintendent keeps me busy, I'm always glad to help you.
What do you think of the war? You know, I've been to inspect the chalkboard. What do you think of the war? I've been to inspect the chalkboard.
We've inspected the
I
chalkboard.
am very proud that we are spending money on the finest educational equipment, even during the middle of this
No one
accursed
ever
war.
considered a chalkboard the finest educational equipment. They could use, like, slate from the roofs. Alright, well, first of all... This beer.
This barrel is full of beer.
Alright, let's see if Bones can poison this puppy, because we kind of need him too.
I don't see any need for this, thank God.
Alright. Let's talk to these guys.
Welcome, friends. Can I help you?
What can you tell me about? What can you tell? I need you to spread a rumor about a chalkboard.
Oh, here we go. Well, this is helpful.
You say you need me to convince Herr Schiller to give you the kindergarten blackboard? do not know why, but I would do anything if you could get the commander to issue a transfer for my son.
Hey, Morton! Morton says, Jen, Star Trek hype. Cool, cool. I'm excited too. Alright, so... we need to poison the beer somehow, or drug the beer. We drug this beer? Because the guy said, like, they said, oh, we won't drink your drug schnapps, but maybe... oh, now, he won't drug the beer in there, but he'll drug the beer in here?
McCoy has drugged the beer.
Alright, fine. Alright, so we've drugged the beer. We need to get a letter from this guy saying that to give us the chalkboard, because the chalkboard's another one of those magical items that we need to throw into the biplane. This plot is getting pretty ridiculous. Alright. Do they do anything about drugging the beer, or do they just, like, drink it glug glug glug? How you doing tonight, Morton? How you been? I had my friend move over the weekend. That was exhausting. Wrong side for my drink. I do know Scum. Well, not personally. Oh, they're drunk. They're drugged. They're out of it. I use it for some things. Braxton, it is not time yet? For what? The revolution? For the revolution will not be televised? What time is it? Not. I don't know, I should just... sorry, I happened to glance down at my bangs. I shouldn't have looked at them. They're giving me heck. Look, he's out of it!
The commander of this armory. He is currently unconscious.
He is very unconscious. Yeah. I've used Scum before, Morton.
The tricorder scan indicates that the safe contains trinitrotoluene, commonly referred to as TNT.
I suppose it might be an asset. Can you get it?
My tricorder indicates the lock is atypical for the period. I would require the exact combination.
Since it's the schedule, I use that term loosely here. It's before 10, sometime between 9 and 10, usually closer to 10. Yes, schedule is loose.
I don't think we need to get that, Jim. Water has more taste than Trine's beer.
Okay, nice. Can we go?
Jim, I hope you're not expecting me to carry that. Hernias were a lot harder to treat in this time period.
McCoy is grumpy as grump.
Papers on the commander's desk.
There does not appear to be anything relevant to Trelane here.
But we need the combination to the safe. Hey, zombie man!
The commander's desk, covered with papers.
Covered with papers, okay. Well, let's see if we can pick anything up.
Jim, I hope you're not expecting me to carry that.
Oh!
Hernias were a lot harder to treat in this time period.
I mean the desk. I mean, not the desk. I mean the papers, not the desk. Super annoying. Okay, we need to, like, look for the combination of the
I do not see
safe.
anything useful in the case, Captain.
Really? You don't? I guess I should just trust you.
We need to learn the combination, Captain.
Yeah, well, where's the combination? That's the question.
We have records of that book aboard the Enterprise. We have records of that
Yes,
book
I
aboard
know.
the
Sometimes
Enterprise.
you need to check things, Spock. This game's like, you don't need to check anything. We just didn't fool you last
We
time.
have access to more efficient weapons, Captain.
What's... okay, you know what? We need to be able to look at what's on here.
Papers on the commander's
But
desk.
what
There
papers?
does not appear to be anything relevant to Trelane here.
Well, where... okay, let's look around.
The commander's desk, covered with papers.
Thanks, game. Thanks, game.
A supply case, holding some of the commander's few possessions.
Don't make us sad about him. Well, I guess he's kind of Trelane's creation.
A rack containing German rifles.
Okay.
A rack containing German
Yes,
rifles.
thank you.
This painting of a storm at sea isn't impressionistic, just poorly painted.
Oh, good. These guys weren't drunk and passed out, though. We drugged their beer, Braxton. We drugged their beer. So now they'll let us walk around. Alright, who can we have? We gotta have Spock look at things.
I do not believe this would be a useful
Okay,
action.
well, where's the... we basically we had to drug their beer at the tavern. We had to get bones to drug it, which is something I was having difficulty figuring out. And we didn't scan the chalkboard, which is another one of those items we need to collect.
Nothing unusual.
Okay, how do we find... Alright, let's look at this.
A safe. It is currently unopened.
Okay, can I look at it a little more closely? How can we... Okay, we need to search this person. Can we just search them?
A soldier. He is currently unconscious.
Oh, you said we were in this room last time. Braxton, I can't read. I'm sorry. We were in this room last time. We were, but they were conscious. I glance over there quickly and my dyslexia plays tricks on me. And then I'm like, we were too, Braxton. And you're like, Jen, I just said that. I just said we were in that room. Alright, can we...
Human male unconscious.
Yeah, we drugged him up. That's why he's unconscious. We need to search their clothes or something. I mean, are they forgetful? Would he have the receipt? We also need a letter. We need a letter of transfer from his desk too.
Captain, why do we need to take these documents? Captain, why do we need to take these documents?
Are you serious? We need to take them for this.
That was some smart work, Dr. McCoy, to drug their
We need to
beer.
get the papers for his son.
It's nice to see someone on the Enterprise is clever enough to avoid risking people's lives.
Okay, Commander Alice, you're irritating me.
Fascinating. More illogic. Why would a German colonel be stationed in a small town like Gothos?
Maybe he likes the climate.
Okay, where would the... Between two things. One is we need a letter of transfer for that guy's son, so he'll do us a favor. Morton. Okay, but I don't think this game can play with Scum. I don't think it can be either. I mostly prefer DOSBox over Scum, but I always use Scum for Monkey Island 3. I like DOSBox's not DOSBox, Scum's interface better. I think it tends to give you more music options, but DOSBox is fine too. It just depends what you're using. Like, I liked Scum for goblins. I thought they did a good job with that. Alright. Is that, okay, what is that ink plot?
Jim, I hope you're not expecting me to carry that. Hernias were a lot harder to treat in this time period.
Yeah, I got it. Alright, we need, alright, can I just, like, look at I need this, like, the inkwell.
The commander's desk.
Yes,
covered with papers.
we need a letter of transfer.
The commander's desk. Covered with papers.
Where would he put
A
them?
mug. Half full of drugged beer. Or is it half empty? Papers on the commander's desk.
There does not appear to be anything relevant to Trelane here.
No, we need it. Spock, come on, what's the plan, dude? Can we open drawers or anything? That's the thing we couldn't do before. Can we open...
Jim, I hope you're not expecting me to
No,
carry
I want to open
Hernias
stuff.
were a lot harder to treat in this time period.
Okay, well, let's open...
You have taken one of their rifles.
Why would we want to do that?
Don't we have enough of those damn things?
Can we look at it, I guess? Like, why? Why do we have that?
The tricorder detects nothing unusual.
Okay, so we took a rifle, and I don't know why. This seems like a bad idea. We need a letter of transfer. How do we get that? I know we could...
I do not see anything useful in the case, Captain.
Alright.
I do not see
okay,
anything
stop.
useful
Calm
in the
down.
case,
Calm
Captain.
down. Alright, well, we need to get this taken care of so we can go blow stuff up. Can we go behind here? Come on. Come on, Kirk. Stop staring out the window.
A supply case holding some of the commander's few possessions.
Simon says Brax always clicks faster and harder for some reason. It always works. Click, 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 click.
This painting of a storm.
Okay, yeah, it won't let me.
Carrying around large works of art may impede our mission.
The problem is they talk in between clicks, so...
No No unusual readings, Captain. This is an ordinary painting.
Okay, well, where would they...
The commander of this armory is currently unconscious.
Thank you, game, for telling me that. I needed you to tell me.
Interrogating someone who's unconscious is usually not very helpful.
I'm getting really sick of Lieutenant Commander Ellis. He's annoying. Morton, we all have different preferences for specific old games. Exactly. I should be clicking smarter, not harder, is the problem. Alright, what can we use? Let's use a stick.
Jimmy doesn't need to be hit with a stick. Control yourself.
I just want to... Alright, so what can we do? Okay, let's go over here and let's try
You
this.
need to learn the combination, Captain.
Alright.
Jim, I hope you're not expecting me to carry that.
Alright, we
Her
need
news
to get
were
the
a lot-
combination. How are we going to get the combination? Is there anything we can move? Like,
Carrying around large works of art may impede our mission.
I wanted to move them. Thank you for being a friend. Thank you for being a friend, Skadavy. Alright. Dang it.
This trophy is composed of tin and iron, Captain. An ordinary object. The tricorder detects nothing unusual about it.
So frustrated. I need a letter of transfer. I need it for that guy's son. But it won't let me just write. I thought I could just go to the table and pick up a form and write it out, but apparently not. Alright, well let me let me save it here.
Save new game. Replace.
Since it won't let me rename any of the games, which seems really unfair. Alright, so we need a letter of transfer. He's got him in there. Let's talk to them again and see if we need to trigger something. 'Cause the guy said he would spread the rumor if we get a letter of transfer for his son. Aw, Davey says more will not be joining us tonight as some reality dancing guff is on and she's drooling over a football player. Dancing with the Stars must be on. What football player is she drooling over, I wonder? No, wait, is this a soccer player, as we would say in the United States, or an American football player? Alright. Let's go in and talk to this guy. Oh, all the beer is gone. I'm like, why does the room look different? Well, they delivered it, and we had already drugged it. Okay. Let's talk to this guy again.
Welcome, friends. Can I help you?
What can you tell me about? I need you to spread a rumor about a chalkboard. What can you tell me? I need you to spread a...
You say you need me to convince Herr Schiller to give you the kindergarten blackboard? Do not know why, but I would do anything if you could get the commander to issue a transfer for my son.
So we need him to issue a transfer. You think American? Okay. I wonder who's on, though. I don't know any of the stars that are on Dancing with the Stars tonight. Or any other night, really.
Herr Kirk, what is it this time?
I'm just saying hello, Herr Oland.
I suppose I should be courteous, Herr Kirk, but there's little profit to be made in having good manners.
This guy isn't the commander. The commander is the guy in there. So, why can't we just go onto his desk and pull off some papers and make it work? Write up a little letter of transfer? Seems like a good idea to me. Also, rifle through his desk and clothing for the I guess not key code, for the combination. Okay, so there's all kinds of stuff on his desk. Can I just rifle through it?
Papers on the commander's desk.
There does not appear to be anything relevant to Trelane here.
No, but to our mission there is, Spock. There has to be. Where else would he keep papers? There's no file cabinets. Is this a file cabinet? It'd be really unfair if they did this to us. What is
A
this?
table.
Oh, it's just a table. It's a really high table.
A brilliant brass telescope.
Why is there a brass telescope there, guys? Why?
I don't think I could see anything the way it's currently pointed.
Can we move it?
Your heart is true. You're a pal and a confidant.
Thank you for being a friend.
Captain, let's not go around carting anything heavy unless it's absolutely necessary. If we see a need for a telescope, we can come back here.
Who made Ellis the boss? Hey, the really Ambrosine! Reckless is clicking harder is a thing. Yes, it is a thing, but in this game...
A polished wooden floor. A polished wooden floor.
There's nothing unusual down here that I need to be aware of. How you doing, the real Ambrosine? There's like a... Is there a secret passageway?
The tricorder detects nothing unusual.
Alright. Where... See, I really... Can we... Here, let's have him look
A
through it.
refraction telescope with a lens that is approximately 6 centimeters in diameter.
Okay. Now let's look through it.
I wouldn't mind playing around with it, Captain, but right now we have no time for toys.
So annoying. Gosh dang it. We don't have time for toys. Look, dude, I don't know what the answer to this puzzle is, and neither do you. They have a telescope sitting here. It seems suspicious to me.
I don't think I could see anything the way it's currently pointed.
Yeah, can we move it?
I don't think I could see anything the way
Yes.
it's currently pointed.
Can we move it? Why is it pointed like that?
Captain, let's not go around carting anything heavy unless it's absolutely necessary.
Why,
if we
whiner?
see a need for a telescope, we can come back here.
I really don't like Ellis. Like, McCoy's grumpy, but at least does stuff. Ellis has not done a dang thing. Not a dang thing. Oh, hang on. Because we need to interrogate him, and we can tie him up now. Now we need to have Bones wake him up. Well, game, thank you for not telling me
I
that.
have a bad feeling about this.
Yeah, me too. And he's awake. Warren says this is a one single room only. Well, I know this is where I need to be. Zombie Man, when I used to play PC games in the 80s, I clicked too fast and would not keep up or slow. PC, yeah. When you need a slow PC, you would click and it would be so frustrating because it would take forever for the soundbite to play, and then you'd have to try and click again.
You'll never get me to talk.
I would prefer that you didn't. You're nothing but a figment of Trelane's childish imagination. You're even less important than he is. Where's Trelane? Where's my crew? I would prefer that you didn't. Where's Trelane? Where's my crew?
I will tell you nothing.
Okay.
You'll never get me to talk.
I would prefer that you didn't.
Oh, thank you so much. Unfortunately, my alert looks like it's too big. Sorry. Thank you so much for the donation. That's very sweet. I would have read the message, but apparently I have my donation alert off. Or not off, but messed up on the side there. Sorry. Thank you for the donation. Let's see, I prefer you
You're
didn't.
nothing but a figment. Where's Trelane? I would prefer that you didn't.
I will tell you nothing.
Can we get McCoy?
Captain, only the commander can sign the transfer of papers.
How do we get him to sign the papers? Hit him with a
You
stick.
can torture me, Colonel, but I will not submit.
The Jen has no time to read donation messages. I certainly do. I certainly 100% do. I was embarrassed because my alert wasn't set up right. Hang on. I will do it right now. I don't know why. I don't know why it didn't work right. This is a super key scene, but I will totally... Stop. Aw. Thank you, Skadavy. Skadavy says Bob Care installment. That's very sweet of you. Thank you so much. I did have time, but I forgot I could look it up other than the alert, and that alert hasn't played in a while, so I didn't realize it was off. Thank you so much. Alright, so let's try.
Kirk, even primitive firearms can be deadly. If you fool around with them, I'll have to ask Dr. McCoy to relieve you of command.
Oh my gosh. Really, Ellis? Dr. McCoy would never relieve me of command. Come on. Who are you kidding? Here's my face. How can we get him to talk? It's poor.
I do not understand the reason for this act.
Get him drunk. How can we...
You can torture me, Colonel, but I will not submit.
Okay. Let's talk to him some more.
You'll never get me to talk.
I would prefer that you did. You're nothing but a figment
There we
of
go. Let's try
Trelane's
this.
childish...
I will tell you nothing.
How can we get him to talk? Can't we... Let's talk to McCoy.
I don't like the looks of this place, Jim.
Is that all you have to say?
I don't like the looks of this place, Jim.
Okay. Alright, here's what we're gonna do. Well, I don't know what we're gonna do, but we're gonna try something. What can we use on him? Can't we give him some truth
Male
serum?
human in good physical condition, despite the presence of stimulants and depressants in his bloodstream.
Really? Stimulants and depressants, huh? What can we do? Oh! We don't need to interrogate. Spock can do a... Well, I don't know. Do mind melds work like this?
No unusual readings, Captain. This is an ordinary painting.
I didn't want you...
I could mind meld with him to get the combination of the safe.
Yeah,
Do it, Spock.
you could do that, Spock. I forgot about mind melds. Gosh, poor Spock.
Trelane.
Uh-oh.
Trelane.
Spock, snap out of it.
He's not paying attention to me. Run away.
The combination, Spock. Concentrate on the combination.
Kirk. I must have revenge on Kirk. Every great man has his enemy. Nothing could be more fun than revenge.
Revenge.
The sensation to end all sensations.
Spock.
Braxton says a mind meld is a personal thing. It is. That's why I was like, ugh.
Meld with Trelane to an extent through his replications. These men are the crew of the Shinobi, the original freighter that Trelane captured. Their thoughts have been altered by Trelane.
Where is the Enterprise, Spock?
Or the Zimbabwe.
I received the impression that Trelane is holding them prisoner. I also got the combination for the safe. Right 43, left 18, right 29, pull.
Was I supposed to write that down? I really hope not. Because it's too late now. Now we need an artificial slowdown PC mechanism in some of these old games. As a prime example, Ultima and DOSBox. Alright, well let's go. I guess Spock, they just expect him to be a mind meld.
Captain, allow me to do that. I was the one who discovered the combination. I am the logical choice.
Okay, whatever. Captain Kirk is not allowed to do anything in this game. Pray for dynamite. Doesn't seem smart to carry it around, but oh well. Let's just put it in our backpacks and run around with it. Totally stable. Hey, Cheddar Man, how you doing? What else is
I
there?
can feel the hernia already.
Actually, Doctor, there's a 91% chance that attempting to carry the safe would injure your back before it could give you a hernia. It would be more appropriate for Mr. Ellis or I to carry the safe. Of course, it would be even more appropriate not to take the safe without some logical reason.
Exactly. Braxton between the bonfire with the guy. Only if Kirk asked him to. I feel like Spock would do almost anything Kirk asked him to do. How you doing tonight, Cheddar Man? How you been? Alright. So we have the dynamite. We still need that chalkboard because it's one of his, like, one of Trelane's miraculous... Sorry, guys. One of Trelane's miraculous items. I don't understand what they're doing there, but... Okay, now we've really got to get this guy. Come on.
You'll never get me to talk.
I would prefer that you didn't. You're nothing but a figment of Trelane. Where's Trelane? I would prefer that you didn't.
Okay, so we know this...
I will tell you nothing.
This guy is a member of the original crew, so can't we get Ellis to talk to him?
No, Captain.
Oh my gosh, no, Captain! Because he said that these guys are the part of the original crew. Had to refresh to fix chat. Yeah, Twitch has been giving me heck with that kind of stuff. How do we get this guy? How do we get this guy?
Captain, only the commander can sign the transfer of papers.
How do we get him to sign? Chairman, so if you said anything beyond hello, I missed it. Well, I think I just said hello and how are you doing? Today's the first day of spring, guys. It does not feel like it. But, you know. Hopefully soon. But I did not want to leave the building. But thanks. How can we get him? How can we get him? That's not what I said. I asked how he was doing. Hey, old Viking gamer, how you doing? How goes Star Trek Judgment Rites? I have to get this guy to sign a bunch of papers and he doesn't want to. Nothing so bad you can't reprieve, Brax. Hi! The Beckon, oh man, dim butts. Yeah, exactly. And their backs, they're like Bowflex junkies. Apparently, in the future, they're all on, I guess, steroids that have no side effects and Bowflex, and they're all into spandex. Though their ankles are freakishly small. Alright, so we need the commander to sign the papers. What do we have? We have a gun, we have dynamite. Can we threaten him with dynamite?
Jim, let's not fool around with high explosives.
Well, I agree. How can we... Let's talk to Spock.
Fascinating. More illogic. Why would a German colonel be stationed in a small town like Gothas?
Maybe he likes the climate.
We already had this conversation. You learn nothing new after you mind melded with him. How can we get the commander to sign the papers? What do we have to do here?
The commander of this armory, if looks could kill,
we'd definitely be dead. So, we need him to sign the papers. He doesn't want to sign the papers. Can't we just like give him some sort of drugs and I guess roofie him into signing the papers, if that's a thing?
Captain, only the commander can sign the transfer of papers.
Yeah, but that's not...
Captain, only the commander can sign the transfer of papers.
Yeah, I know. How do we get him to sign the papers is the question. How can we...
The phasers are still completely drained. Attempting to use them would be a wasted effort.
Yeah, I know, Spock. Alright, so... how can we get him to sign the papers? What can we convince him of? How crazy can we make him? Let's talk to...
I don't like the looks of this place, Jim.
McCoy, you have to do better than that. Oh man, what a game. I know what I need to do next. So basically I need to get there's special objects throughout this game that Trillian has put places we have to collect that hold his power. And the last one is a chalkboard in the kids' room, and I have to get the chalkboard. I can't take the chalkboard until I get the guy to sign a transfer for the poker player's son, so he'll spread a rumor about chalk dust being bad for children's lungs, so the superintendent will let me take the chalkboard. That's convoluted for you. Then I can blow up all the magic pieces and hopefully get into the castle. Is there anything else in here that we need to see?
A safe. It is open and empty. This painting of a storm at sea isn't impressionistic, just
Roll
poorly
a bluff
painted.
check, Jen. I wish I could. I could be like, hey. And Spock mind melded with this dude and couldn't be bothered to make him sign it. Alright, let's...
You'll never get me to talk.
I would prefer that you didn't.
Okay, we tried that already.
You're nothing but a... Where's Trelane? Where's my crew?
I will tell you nothing. You'll never get me to talk.
Okay, so 3
I would
doesn't
prefer
work.
that you didn't.
I will tell you nothing.
Okay,
You'll
let's...
never get me to talk.
I would prefer that... You're nothing but a figment of Trelane's childish imagination.
I will tell you nothing.
Okay, so he's still not going to tell us anything. I really feel like that McCoy should be able to drug him just enough we can get him to sign this. Make him hallucinate, dude.
A brilliant brass telescope. This window looks out upon the streets of Gotham.
So what can we do? How can we get him to sign it? He's not saying he wants anything, he just won't do it.
Captain, only the commander can sign the transfer of papers.
I don't see any medical emergencies, Jim.
Goblins? I don't know if he would sign anything or not. Like, the problem is, I can't even get to the desk. Like, I can't even see just his papers. Yeah, I thought about tricking him too, but this is what it says when you try and look at his desk. It's
Papers on the commander's desk.
There does not appear to be anything relevant to Trelane here.
Do you have any papers already
The
signed?
commander's desk, covered with papers.
Because we could do a forgery, really, pretty easily.
No effect.
Jim, I hope you're not expecting me to carry that.
No, I want to look
Hernias
through
were
the
a lot harder
papers.
to treat in this time period.
If anything has a signature on it, how do we get him to sign the papers? That's the real question. What will the commander do? Alright, let's go see if we get any new information. Let's see about the grumpy guy next door. Well, not grumpy, he's just one-legged. He's not really grumpy, he's actually quite nice. How could we get the commander to sign the papers? I wish we had the dog back. We could threaten him with the dog.
Hello, Glingold.
The fact that Ellis loves Glingold so much just creeps me out. Alright.
What can I do for you, Colonel?
What can you tell me about the war? I noticed that you have only one. What can you tell me about Trelane? There's some trouble at the school. I believe the chalkboard may be dangerous. It should be removed. How could I convince the superintendent that this needs to be done?
I believe that some of the instructors are more dangerous than any chalkboard. But if Herr Schiller were to hear such a report from Herr Sondergaard, the publisher, he might agree to have it removed.
Okay, that's why
Herr
I couldn't understand.
Sondergaard is the most respected man in town, next to the Baron.
Okay.
What can I do for you, Colonel?
What can you tell me about the war? I know. There's some trouble at... What can you tell me about the war?
Okay.
We are a nation of warriors,
Okay.
Colonel.
Never mind.
Like your
Our
America,
inventory, we have
were
a stick,
born
we have a
in war.
rope, which I already used.
We believe
Hey,
that
mini
military
multitudes!
might gives men the right to take what they
And-
want.
What about diplomacy?
I wish we understood it better,
Oh,
Colonel.
game. I didn't want to pick
The
this
pieces
option.
of paper that our diplomats sign have too little meaning. If we paid more attention, we could have prevented this latest mad conflict. I lost my grandson at the Marne.
Oh, it shouldn't be many multitudes. Other people are able to talk and chat. I didn't catch any of that, but I guess he said get the other teachers to gang up on him. No, he said, which we already did, we talked to the publisher, but I didn't realize he was a publisher. It just gave me that option in talk, so I just used it. What can we use? How could we get him to sign? Like, what would we have to do? So he won't sign it. How can we get him to sign? Seriously, guys, if I can't get this, I'm gonna look up a hint. Because I need to get off this to the next thing. And I know what to do is the frustrating thing. I mean, I know what I want him to do. You're using chatty? I don't know what chatty is, many multitudes, but I hope it works for you. What's this up here, by the way?
Lights in glass cases. Lights in glass cases.
Can we hit them and scare them with like a... No hints. Well, sometimes
We
they'll
don't
do...
need to kill the lights, Captain.
Yes, we do.
We don't need to kill the lights, Captain.
Alice thinks he knows everything, and it's awful. Super annoying. Okay. Let's look at him and see. Is there anything that we see on
The
him?
commander of this armory, if looks could kill.
I don't understand why we can't just give him happy pills. Oh, my nose is so itchy. Sorry, guys. I don't know why. It's just itchy. Alright, so we know. Like, give him a happy pill.
I don't see any medical emergencies, Jim.
No, I just want you to make him super happy. He's not dead. Who's dead on the floor? This is the other guy. He's drugged. He's not dead.
A soldier. He is currently
I
unconscious.
drugged their beer, many multitudes. I ruined, apparently, okay beer. With the drugs. I gave him the roofie thing. They both were unconscious. I tied him up. We have a gun, which just seems less than helpful.
I do not understand the reason for this act.
Star Trek doesn't let you kill people unless it lets you obliterate planets. Makes you stun people with your phaser. Okay, what can we do? So we have this
We
here.
have access to more efficient weapons, Captain.
It's not a weapon. It's a...
A plank rests against the wall. It will be used to cover a rat hole when the soldiers find time for honest work.
Okay. Ellis is a jerk. What can we do? Oh, guys, I went to the ophthalmologist today, which was not fun. Dilated my eyes, and I had to get like 5 different tests done. Everything's fine, but I hate getting my eyes dilated. Even though they're not dilated anymore, they're still like, it's a little bit like, whoa. Okay, what could possibly be... How can we possibly motivate him? How could we possibly... Stuff over here, too.
This glass ball will cause a snowstorm over a tiny German village if you turn it upside down.
Okay.
A table. A table. A copy of the Holy Bible.
Can we threaten him with the Bible?
We have records of that book aboard the Enterprise.
Can we pick it up?
We have records of that book aboard the Enterprise.
Dang it, guys. Is there anything I'm missing? I mean, I like Braxton's idea of tricking him to sign something, but he's not going to sign it. Offers. That's not an option. I mean, Captain Kirk is sexy, so is Spock. Dr. McCoy is interesting, but dilation is so uncomfortable. Yeah, it's not my... Yeah. I mean, they give you drops to numb everything, but what was really uncomfortable, if you guys have an eye thing, sorry, they put this little thing that's like a gun right up against my eye to test the pressure. That scared the crap out of me. They're like, just relax. I'm like, I'm not cool with this. I mean, I didn't cry or anything, but I wasn't super happy about it. They did take photos. They took photos of the back of my eye. They had to have my eyes open. They had to do do a whole bunch of tests and like peripheral vision tests for one of the medications I'm on. It's not fun. All right, so how do we get him to sign? Slap him around.
I suggest caution. He's a trained military officer. Giving him freedom without covering him with a weapon is not a good idea.
It's not very friendly, Commander.
Doctor, my job is to tell you the situation as I see it, not as I'd like it to be. If you think that being friendly to people loyal to Trelane is useful, tell me that I'm wrong.
He might be right, Bones.
Oh, that's interesting. So I wasn't trying to untie him. But, apparently... What are we gonna do? Okay, well, let's have... Cover him with a weapon.
I do not believe this would be a useful action.
Okay, well, stop then. Have you covered him with the weapon?
It's functional, Captain. I don't recommend making any adjustments without going to a good machine shop.
I wasn't trying to have you... Okay, so let's do this then.
You presume to threaten me, Colonel?
I want you to sign transfer
Oh, here we
papers
go,
for
finally.
Sondergaard's son. Send him away from the front.
How typical of the press. Not too willing to sacrifice for the good of the nation. Untie me, and I shall sign papers to take this little coward away from his duty.
Oh, well, guys, that was dumb. I think I covered him before. I guess he's exhausted now. Okay, well, do the papers now?
Captain, why do we need to take these documents?
He signed
Captain,
it.
why do we need to take these documents?
Okay, is there anything else we need to talk to him about?
You'll never get me to talk.
I would prefer that you didn't.
I will
Okay.
tell you nothing.
Okay, where's the transfer papers?
The commander of this armory, if looks could kill. Transfer papers for Mr. Sundergaard's
They're next to it.
son.
Okay, thank you, game. That's so specific about me picking them up, but doesn't make them look obvious anymore. Okay, so we just had to threaten him with the gun? I thought I tried that
You
before.
have taken the signed transfer papers.
Bye! Yes, yes. Okay, that's progress, guys, but I was mad because I thought I did it. You were really smart, Jen. No. You mean how I knew to do that and somehow didn't do it the exact right way to trigger the game? Here we go. What can you do, guys? Walk really slowly with Captain Kirk. Okay, this guy needs a everyone walk in like a group. It won't be suspicious at all. Shoulder to shoulder. Okay, now, here we go.
Thank you, Lieutenant Colonel. I cannot express my gratitude. If there is anything I can do for you, please let me know.
Okay, yeah. You can, actually.
Welcome, friends. Can I help you?
What can you tell me about? I need you to spread a rumor about a chalkboard.
You say you need me to convince Herr Schiller to give you the kindergarten blackboard. I would do anything for the man who
I
got
would
the
do
commander
anything
to
for the
issue a
man.
transfer for my son.
That seems very suspicious. Okay. Good. So, do that. Now we gotta talk to this guy.
Herr Kirk, though my position as school superintendent keeps me busy, I'm always glad to help
You're
you.
always
What do
in
you
this
think,
bar.
You look worried.
You are
What do you think of the
always.
war?
You are
You look
always.
worried. It wouldn't happen to be about the chalkboard by any chance.
I have heard the most horrifying rumors about these boards. Do you think they are true?
Absolutely. If you wish, I could dispose of the thing for you before anyone is harmed. I'd need a letter for Frau Humperdinck.
Absolutely.
Frau
Let me
Humperdinck?
just take pen to paper.
I love how busy he says he is, but he just
Take
is
it
in
when
this
you
bar.
want to destroy the vile thing.
We want to go where everybody knows your name. Alright.
You pick up the piece of paper.
Thanks for the butt shot, Kirk. We needed that. So ridiculous. You know what Star Trek said? Fans said they wanted in this game? More of Kirk's butt. That's what they wanted. Alright, so let's go in here and get the chalkboard, and then we should be able to actually get to a point we can interact with Trelane. Here we go.
Well, if the superintendent says you must take it, you must.
Seems like such a weird thing, but okay. Oh, Kirk's literally like, I don't know how I fit that in my pocket, but okay. Oh boy. Okay, we need to take this to the edge of town. You can't make him walk faster. I wish I could. I like in Sierra games how there's that little slider so you can make them walk
There it
faster.
is, the triplane that shot down the Enterprise.
Why don't you start it up and fly off in a blaze of glory? After all, you are James T. Kirk, the toast of Starfleet. The man who never loses.
Mr. Ellis.
What's the matter, Kirk? The truth hurts? You never let that get in the way of your ego before.
I'm putting you on report for insubordination.
Gosh, this guy is such a jerk.
We're all upset, Mr. Ellis, but these insults won't solve a thing. That's it. I've taken all I can stand from you. I'm putting you on... We're all upset, Mr. Ellis, but these insults won't solve a thing. I'm putting you on report for insubordination.
Yeah.
We're all upset, Mr.
I don't believe in mincing my words, Captain. If you can't accept my honest opinion, too bad.
Fine, but do yourself a favor and stay out of my way. That's it. I've taken all I can stand from you. Fine, but do yourself a favor and stay out of my way.
Kirk, I'm going to be in your face so much that you're never going to forget what I look like.
Who could?
I know a treatment that has a good success rate at reducing excess aggressiveness. It's called Reason.
Why, should we have, Spock?
I see no need for that, Captain.
Okay, well, this guy's ridiculous. Click faster. Here we go. Put this in here.
You put the chalkboard in the triplane.
You put the chalkboard... Ah, nope. I don't want to talk to the scenery. I want to save my game.
Replace.
Since they won't let us... Alright. It's called a phaser set to kill. All my phasers... They drained all my phasers.
Affirmative, Captain.
Alright, here we go.
Everyone stay well back.
Except for Spock, who's gonna get blown up. They're just laying... Oh.
I suppose I should be angry at you, Captain, with your act of vandalism against my beautiful aircraft. But then, barbarians will be barbarians.
There's only one barbarian in the room, Trelane, and
Oh, I thought we get to go into the castle, but he just boing.
Release my ship, Trelane. And don't you ever grow up, Trelane? You may have powers of a god, but that doesn't even come close to making you a man.
Braxton said, Jen, you must have murdered a lot of people if all your weapons are drained now. No, Trelane did that. Good girl.
There's only one barbarian in the room, Trelane, and I'm looking at him right now.
Oh, hi, Morwen. How was Dancing with the Stars? Who are you drooling over, by the way? Oh, thank you. You're proud of me for killing all those people. I didn't kill anybody. Yet. Well, on accident, I think I have in this game. Okay.
Release my ship, Trelane. And don't you ever grow up, There's only one barbarian in the room, Trelane, and I'm looking at him right now.
Captain, you're even ruder and more antagonistic than I remembered. How wonderful.
Trelane, I don't like you.
What must I do to make you leave me and my crew alone?
I have no interest in leaving you alone, Captain. As for your crew, you're only a few feet away from them. Observe my trophies, Captain Kirk.
Okay. Oh, you're really chatty, so sleeping's not happening. Retracts his former... You're not proud of me anymore? I'm sad.
If the real thing weren't bad enough, a portrait of the humble Baron of Gothos smirks nauseatingly at you.
He smirks nauseating at it.
Trelane, the Baron of Gothos, smirks triumphantly as the little drama unfolds.
Rashad, a free agent football player with lots of muscles and some sweet moves. You didn't kill anyone. Well, you know.
This bottle contains a very realistic reduction of the USS Zimbabwe.
Oh, these are...
My ship! Bring it back or I'll...
Oh.
This one's even more savage than the last one of your officers who made the same mistake. My compliments, Captain, on having such a spirited crew. Truly a testament to your fine leadership.
Release him, Trelane. He's done you no harm. Take me in his place. He's not a member of my crew and you know it. Besides, he looks rather peaceful standing there. Release him, Trelane. He's done you no harm. Take me in his place.
Ah, the gallant captain, intervening on behalf of one who despises him. Don't worry about him, Captain. Worry about yourself.
I did the sideways look? Yes, because I was reading what chat was saying while they're talking.
Thank you, Captain.
Later, Commander.
I did. Because Morwen said, but Simone Biles stole the show. Alright, so he took him away. What are you doing, dude?
This bottle contains a very realistic reduction of the USS Zimbabwe.
Alright, how do we... Let's quick save it right here.
Save new game.
Okay. Oh, no.
Save new replace.
Go to third room. Okay, so what can we do? We've got...
I can suggest no logical course of action that can resolve this dilemma.
This is hardly a logical situation, Mr. Spock.
Indeed. Still, I wonder if Trelane realizes the extent of his misrepresentation.
Well, how does the great James T. Kirk get us out of this mess? Or the ones who will get out of this mess alive?
None of us will get out of here alive if we don't stick together. Do you have any ideas,
You run
Mr.
for
Ellis?
your life?
Have you ever played hide and seek, Captain? From what you've told me, he's a cosmic child hiding from his parents. If I were his parents, I wouldn't leave him alone for a minute. I'll bet my life that someone's looking for him, Captain.
You just might be right, Mr. Ellis.
Mr. Ellis might be right. Thank you for being a friend. Thank you, Ivan, for being a friend. Thank you for the host. Alright, so how would we get a signal out of here?
My tricorder does not register him, Captain. It is as though he were not there. The tricorder confirms that the ship has been shrunk. I know of no scientific way this could have occurred, and no way to reverse it.
We'll have to convince our host
Did
to
I
do
do
it, Mr.
something
Spock.
different with my hair? Yes. It looks new. Well, it's my hair. I didn't buy it. So many friends. Thank you, guys. Thank you for being a friend. My hair, it's the magic of having difficult hair. Wow! So many hosts. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you, Walt World Games. Thank you, Morwen. Thank you, Belle. Hi! Thank you so much. Thank you, friends. Yeah, auto host has not always been working on mine either. Like, I've come online and I'm not hosting anybody, but there's people I have on my auto host list that are not being hosted. Alright, we have to figure out how to let his family know. This dude's family know. Can we throw something in the fire?
Throwing schnapps into the fire. What a charming custom.
Yay, host train. True, true. Alright. What a charming custom.
Throwing schnapps into the fire. What a charming custom.
How can we... Alright, let's scan everything in here. Scan, 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 scan.
No unusual readings.
Stop sounding so bored, Spock.
Purely decorative, Captain. The shield is too thin to withstand actual combat, and given the inefficient design of the polearm, the axe head would likely fly off the handle the first time it was used. Purely decorative, Captain.
Okay. Same on both sides.
The shield is too thin to withstand actual combat, and given the inefficient design of the polearm, the axe head would likely fly off the handle the first time it was used.
Sherman, you only get auto-hosted when you're not streaming. Is that my auto-host, or is that just anybody's auto-host for you?
The tricorder detects nothing unusual.
Okay, so...
Put that stick away, Jim.
Can we...
But my fire is already quite warm, Captain. Or should I say, Colonel? I hope you didn't mind the promotion. It will make my forthcoming victory all the more satisfying.
So what can we pick something up? Can we pick up the...
Why, Kirk, you're a thief! I also have an exquisite silverware collection.
Listen, Grumpy.
If you attempt to steal from my collection... Let's see... Oh, I believe the removal of hands was one of your more time-honored punishments.
You know all about punishments, don't you, Trelane?
I would guard your tongue, Captain. I believe the removal of an offensive tongue was an even older tradition than removing hands.
Great. Okay, well, let's talk to him and see what he has to say.
Well, Captain, I suppose you're about to make your grand plan of escape.
So I'll have a host
You must
for
think
you?
you're pretty clever, Trelane, with your replica of the First World War. Why should I have to make a grand plan to escape from a loser like you? I don't have to do anything. Eventually, your parents are going to find you and discipline you again.
That's true.
You must think you're pretty clever. I don't have to do anything. Eventually, your parents are going to find you and discipline
Eventually,
you
your
again.
parents are going to come and ground you.
Fortunately, Kirk, my parents are otherwise occupied. They won't interrupt me when I'm winning.
But you have to compete first before you can win. Send the others away safely, and I'll give you a chance at revenge. That's odd. I was sure I detected other power sources converging towards us when I was on the Enterprise. You weren't winning, Trelane. You never were. You had tremendous powers, you had a weapon, and I didn't. And you still fell on your face. But you have to compete first before you can win. Send the others away safely. That's odd. I was sure I detected other power
Okay, I don't
sources.
think we
You
can-
weren't winning, but you have to compete
Okay,
first
let's
before
try.
you can win.
Very well, Captain. Now, Captain, I'll make you wish you'd never
I don't know if
been
this is a good
born.
idea, guys.
Yes, I'm sure you will. Don't use too much of your power and concentration on me, Trelane. You don't use a bazooka to destroy an anthill. No, you won't, Trelane. Because I'm not playing with you anymore. Yes, I'm sure you will. Don't use too much of your... No, you won't, Trelane. Because I'm not playing with you anymore.
I'm not playing with you anymore, Trelane.
What do you mean you're not playing with me? You got to play with me. You're James Kirk, and I'm your arch enemy.
You're a joke, Trelane. A lonely little boy who had to terrorize innocent people because no one will play with them.
That's not true. I've got lots of friends.
Millions and millions of friends.
Then why aren't you playing with them, Trelane? Because they laugh at you, call you names, Trelane? Trelane? He's such a pain.
Stop that! Stop that or I'll destroy you!
Trelane is a pain. Trelane has no brain. Trelane is insane.
All right, you asked for it. Ah, you're not worth killing. I'll think of something you can't ignore.
Oh no, what can't we ignore? Okay, so we had everyone...
Well, Captain, I suppose you're about to make
Okay,
your
this is not a good
grand
thing.
plan of escape.
You must think you're pretty
Use the
clever, Trelane, with
Corviknight
your replica.
maneuver.
Why should I have to make a grand... I don't have to do anything. You must think you're pretty clever, Trelane, with your replica of the First World War.
Why, thank you, Captain.
I wasn't complimenting you, Trelane. I've never seen such a piece of nonsense in my life.
Nonsense?
You know, I suppose that's why your parents haven't come for you. They're ashamed to call you their son.
Oh, this seems mean.
Call that war? That sanitized, melodramatic drivel? Look into the memory banks of the Enterprise. Try to recreate what the First World War was really like.
Oh boy.
That's right, Trelane. Nonsense. I suppose I should have called
Oh,
that
boy.
war, that sanitized,
I don't know if this is a good
melodramatic
idea,
drivel.
but this might work to get his parents'
Look
attention.
Not a liar, just misinformed. Use the memory banks of the Enterprise, Trelane. Recreate what's in there. War at its most realistic and terrifying.
Uh-oh. Oh, this is awful. Oh man, this is gross.
The sides of a trench. Moats filled with soldiers in which they besieged each other for 4 bloody years.
Thanks, game.
Captain Kirk, I hope you had a good reason for dragging me out in the mud in the middle of the rain.
Look around you, Trelane. Is this glory? Is this valor? Smell the stench of death. While knights fought in the sky, millions died in the mud. Diseased, starving, mutilated. Is this the sort of game you want to play, Trelane? For once in your life, Trelane, shut up and look around you. Look around, Trelane. Take in the ambience, the romance of this place. Look at the proud soldiers celebrating the glories of war. Look around you, Trelane. Is this glory?
But these people lost, Kirk. Shame and suffering is supposed to befall the losers.
Oh my gosh, guys.
These were the winners, Trelane.
You asked for this, Jen. I did, Jitterman, I did. These are the
You're
winners.
inhuman, Trelane. These were the winners.
Oh, yes. Gloriously sacrificing their lives for king and country.
We are the dead. Short days ago, we lived, loved, and were loved. And now we lie in Flanders Field. There was no glorious cause. No glory in dying, in wasting your life without reason. These men knew pain, they knew anguish, but if you could feel what they felt, you would find very little excitement about war, or duty, or honor. You would not wish to experience the emotions they felt, Trelane. What you want to feel, Trelane, is a romance, a fiction, a lie crafted by humanity for generations to cover up the pain. We've learned to live without that lie.
I guess I asked for this lecture, guys.
I hope one day
I would just like to say, game, I'm not the one who took World War I
Not
trivially.
until I've taught you some sense or until I'm dead.
You're no fun anymore, Kirk. No fun at all. You're preachy just like them. Anything I'm interested in is always wrong.
Release my ship. Trelane, look around you. Does this look right to you, Trelane? You don't go around hurting people and expect them to treat it as though they're having fun. The first thing a life form learns is to avoid pain. Release my Trelane.
Then how do you explain this delightful scene around us?
Oh my
Some
gosh.
politicians decided that the only way to avoid getting hurt was to send other people out to get hurt. We've tried to outgrow that. Not always successfully, as Mr. Ellis might tell you, but we try.
Captain, yours is a most confusing species. Perhaps I should spend some time thinking about it before I talk with you again.
Uh-oh. Oh, well there we go.
Captain's log. Missing starships have been restored to normal size and are about to return to their assigned missions. It was horrible, Mr. Spock. Trelane recreated one of the greatest tragedies in human history. I've seen a lot, but even that...
The waste of lives is appalling, even when one operates by pure logic.
Yes, war is bad,
When
guys.
one
Thank
considers
you.
what those millions of lives that were lost
Good thing,
might have done for
good thing we
humanity
played this game
had
so it
the
can
war
teach us
never
this.
taken place.
Well, now that we've taken care of business... Ow! I'll have to see Dr. McCoy about my shoulder.
Something happened, Captain.
Mr. Ellis and
I see. Are your differences settled?
I'm afraid not, Mr. Spock. We each won a game of zero-G squash, but I'm afraid he was called back to the Zimbabwe before we could have a rubber match. I think I dislocated my shoulder with a rather wild swing in the second game.
Then logic suggests that your injury would have caused you to lose the match.
I suppose so. He's a good player and a good officer. I'm putting in a request to bring him on the Enterprise.
That should be fascinating.
I don't like Mr. Ellis. Oh, who's this?
Hello, Captain. I'm Captain Gernsbeck of the Shinobi. I thought I would thank you personally before we left for Cephas 5.
A pleasure to meet you, Captain.
Have we met before, Captain? There's
It's the
something
bartender.
familiar.
Perhaps we did, on some other planet, in some other star system, sometime long ago.
Message from Starfleet Command.
On screen.
I have reviewed your report from your recent assignment, Captain, and have a few comments. I am very pleased with your performance. It was a perfect mission, Jim.
Yes.
Your reputation as Starfleet's best starship captain
I have to wait for the
is
game to
secure.
stop talking before I can talk, guys. Yay! Perfect mission. Perfect score. Gentlemen, you know, Jen, every year of my life, I grow more and more convinced that the wisest and best is to fix our attention on the good and the beautiful if you just take the time to look at it. True
We
words.
received what we think
The
is a
best
message
voice
from
is
distress
acting in the
beacon
game. Yes,
on
I love
Nias
the
2.
voice acting in here.
We're en route to
Back on the
investigate.
ship. Oh, crap. I missed what he said. Come on, Captain. Oops. Well, what did you say?
We're not in orbit, Captain.
What did you say? Okay. We have earned 10 points for the following recently... No Man's Land 4 points, Sentinel 4 points, Federation 2 points. Well, that stink.
No signal from the planet.
Where are we
other than the
going?
distress beacon, sir.
You spoke too fast. Okay.
I advise referring to the star map and setting a
Thank
course for
you.
the Onia system, Captain.
Let me go look up my star map. Oh my goodness. Okay, there we go. I was like, where are we going? I have to, the copyright protection. Figure out where this is. Alright, looks like there's only one. It's 11. So... Oh, nope. Get me out of here. There we go. No. Where's... Oh, here we go. Alright, so 11 is... over here. Yeah?
Approaching Onius 2, Captain.
It may be nothing, Captain, but a scan of the planet's atmosphere indicates a high concentration of rare gases trapped in the planet's magnetosphere. Atmospheric disturbances could produce random radio waves.
It wouldn't be the first time, Mr. Spock, but we'll never be able to tell if we don't check it out. After all, to seek out new life and new civilizations is our mission, to boldly go where no man has gone before.
A split infinitive, Captain.
What?
The proper grammatical expression is to go boldly where no man has gone before.
Somehow, I think it loses a little in the translation.
Okay, well let's quick save it, because I just realized I hadn't. And that might be a good thing to do.
Replace.
At planet. Alright, now...
Entering standard orbit.
Yay! Thank you, Mr. Sulu. That planet is some magenta. Okay, do we just hail the planet?
No signal from the planet other than the distress beacon, sir.
Let's beam down.
Captain, our sensors will not be particularly useful to you while you're down there, and communications may be erratic, sir.
We'll be fine, Lieutenant. What reason is there to worry?
Yep, the real
I'm
emperor's
afraid,
on
Captain,
wise
there are
words.
plenty of
Turner Man.
precedents. We'll be here if you need us.
I have no doubt of that.
I have tracked the signal to its source. It is near the life forms. The rest of the planet is quite desolate. No sign of life or technology. The atmosphere is thin, but breathable. And I
always
detect
is on Star
numerous
Trek. Did you notice that?
micrometeorite hits.
There are 3 unformed planets in this system. It's no wonder. There are so many micrometeorites. I'm surprised any Class M planet hasn't been pulverized by now.
It is not inconceivable, but it is certainly unusual.
Let's do it, Spock. You, McCoy, and I. Oh, and tell
Exactly.
Bones to see if a genetic specialist's available. If there are only 2 life forms, we might be privileged to see life at its earliest stages.
Aaron says that we should send guys in red shirts. That's what I think, but it's all... they just send us all the time.
Feels to me as if we've landed on a skeleton after the vultures have picked it clean.
A fascinating analogy, Doctor. Captain, the locus of the distress signal is in that building.
I think the
How you doing
doctor's
today,
right.
Aaron?
Anything good here died a long time ago. It feels creepy to me.
Thank you for that opinion, Mr. Johns.
Sorry, Chinaman, I didn't get the
Use
reference. It's
creepy
cool,
in my
though.
log entry about this.
The Phantom Planet. Is that one with Robbie the robot, Chitterman? I believe... we were talking about that the other day in Hippo Stream. Alright, let's... who's this guy?
Ensign Johns looks around nervously and mutters under his breath.
Okay. Is there anything we need to...
As improbable as it might seem, I'm getting multiple life form readings from inside this building.
Well, let's go on in then. Ooh, breakfast. That sounds good.
Well, I have to hand it to whoever built this place. All this equipment looks brand new and in good repair.
Let's hope the Enterprise looks this good when it's this old.
We should be very careful about how we proceed, Captain. I have a strange feeling that evil is lurking nearby.
Evil, Ensign?
Something that wants to imperil our souls, sir. We must avoid that at all costs.
Ensign, are you Betazoid? Like, why do you feel you're... like, that's something that Troy would say. I sense evil. Alright, let's... what is this over here? 'Cause that looks bad.
Readings indicate that along with oxidation and dust, there is some organic residue in the crust-like buildup.
Okay. Your Roomba's named Robbie from Forgotten Planet. Oh, Truman, no, it's the one where a guy shrinks after he lands on the planet. Oh. I feel like I remember that one. And then he gets too big at the end.
I'm not a magician. There are some things I just can't fix.
Mystery Science Theater did that one, Cheddarman, didn't they? It's like he shrinks out of his spacesuit We should pick up some of the goo, I guess? I don't know. Should we pick some of it up?
No effect.
Alright, well, what's this? Hey, Spock, take a look at this for me, will you?
Ensign Johns would be the ideal person to operate this device. It appears to be ancient, yet resembles devices that were introduced into the Federation last year.
Ooh. Aaron, quark cake with cloudberries is my breakfast. Gobble, gobble. I don't know what quark cake is, but that sounds really good. Alright. Where are you, Ensign Johns? Nope. Ensign Johns. Well,
You seem to be under stress, Ensign.
I'll be fine, Doctor.
I'll be fine. I'm insane now. It's okay.
Wow. This is almost identical to an 8000 sequencer. Cutting-edge Federation technology. Just input a sample, and the sequencer analyzes it so it can be spliced or altered on the genetic level with the replicator.
Wow. When Dave arrives, I'm going to attach a note to Robbie that says, "Will 60 gallons be sufficient?"
Wow. This is almost identical to an 8000 sequencer.
Okay.
Cutting-edge Federation technology.
Okay, so what...
Just input a sample, and the sequencer analyzes it so it can be spliced or altered on the genetic level with the replicator.
That doesn't reassure me at all. Okay, so you're not going to operate the machine? Fine. We're just going to go into a different room. Ooh.
The computer is functional, but I detect no connection between the keyboard and the machine itself. Apparently, it was designed this way.
Alright.
I'm not so good with this type of machine, Captain.
Fine. Okay, so...
I do not see the logic in that action.
Sherman, I was actually trying to find a different quote from the MST episode, but I only just found the name of the film. Man, fun
Spock, what do you make of this?
Now it lets me.
Merely the casing, Captain. The truly important parts of the machine are the keyboard and the portal.
Alright, well, let's do something about that. Where's the keyboard at? Not you. We know you're not going to do anything with it.
The narrow width of the keyboard indicates the creatures who designed it were possessed of hands with only 3 fingers and a thumb.
I can't wait for the new MST3K to come out. It's supposed to be coming out soon.
This appears to either affect input or deliver output. I suspect this allows access to the void beyond the portal.
I can't wait. It's going to be really good. Elliot Kalin's the head writer. I hope they bring some of the original cast back. I know that they won't, but Mary Jo Pehl will be awesome in a cameo. I loved her as Pearl Forrester. Oh boy.
I welcome you, otherworlders. I beseech you, save us from that which seeks our destruction.
How fitting for a devil to appear on a world that looks like hell.
Enough of that, Mr. Johns. This is just another xenobiological entity.
Correction, Doctor. This is a projection of a xenobiological entity.
Jim, the only life form readings are within that machine behind the portal. Single-cell organisms with an extremely high reproductive rate, but a very poor metabolism and an extremely short lifespan.
Uh-oh. What does he mean?
Greetings, I am James T. Kirk of the USS Enterprise. What can we do for you? So, when do the wicked witches and goblins show up?
Oh, don't be
Your
mean.
emergency beacon and statement lead me to believe you see more of an emergency than exists here.
The emergency does exist, I can assure you. I am Visner, dominator of the Alphans. We face extinction because of the behavior of the Omegans.
Omegans? Our instruments have given us no indication of fighting or conflict or, frankly, any civilization at all. How could we have missed a hostile force operating against you? Covetous behavior? This barren Omegans. Our instruments have given us no indication.
The Omegans seek our destruction. They cling to the ridiculous belief that life began with their advent into the universe. From countless studies, we know that life existed well before they appeared. We know this because we sought refuge from the violence of their invasion. A clear sign that we predate them.
There are many accounts on many worlds of angels casting devils from heaven. Perhaps this is a twisted retelling of these stories.
All those tentacles.
Mr. Johns, avoiding the fallacy of linking two disparate and separate phenomena is advised at this juncture.
I thought you were sentient creatures, unlike the Omegans. But this is not clear. Our enemies fail to acknowledge the veracity of our claim to precedence, despite the evidence. Go to them. See for yourself, then do what must be done. Be warned. Azra is a persuasive deceiver.
Okay.
The computer console has a conventional keyboard which is covered by odd symbols you do not immediately recognize.
Okay.
I do not see the logic in that action.
Scan it, dude. Scan everything. Scan it all. Scan it all the time.
There is power going into these circuits, Captain, making it capable of functioning.
Okay.
Nothing unusual about that object, Captain.
Alright, fine. So, this is basically going to be like, he lies, they lie. Who's telling the truth? Is that the situation? One of them always lies, one of them always tells the truth. Oh, it's going to get easy. Oh no.
Greetings, gentle beings, and welcome. I am Azra of the Omegan people. You are the salvation we have long sought. Thank you for answering our summons.
An angel!
Actually, it is a projected image of an angel, Mr. Johns.
Jim, somewhere in that machine behind the portal are single-cell organisms. They have a healthy metabolism and long lifespan, but an extremely low rate of reproduction.
Oh. So the ones, they reproduce a lot, but they live a very short time. And these guys live a very long time. Okay.
So where's the emergency? Greetings, I am James T. Kirk of the USS Enterprise. What can we do for you?
I am Azra of the Omegan people, an ancient and venerable race which labors to prevent the domination of this world by the forces of darkness. We require you to expunge this place of our mortal enemies.
Captain, the most worthwhile purpose in life is to fight against the forces of darkness.
Okay, I don't know who decided to bring Ensign Johns along.
This world is so barren that all the life on it is located right here. If you have mortal enemies, we've not seen them. Who are you talking about? Our Prime Directive prohibits us from taking part in wars on one side or the other. It would be seen as intervention. We are willing to negotiate a compromise. You will forgive me if I don't fall for a pretty face. I'm not about to expunge anyone. And I will take no action.
Kirk, that would be the
until I've
first
heard
time you
both
didn't fall
sides
for a
of the
pretty
story.
face. Okay.
Our Prime Directive prohibits...
You imperil your soul by conversing with the enemy. That sugar tongue is now. I cannot protect you, but I
Thanks for the host, Shrimpy. Thank you for being a friend.
but will be here if you seek to comply with my request.
There's no need to leave. We've already talked with Visner. I have to say that I find many of your claims insupportable.
Insupportable? How can you defend a race whose very existence is based upon deceit and foul lies?
Foul lies? Their position contradicts yours.
Shrimpy
but there are similarities.
Raid!
You
How you
dwell on your
doing,
differences
Shrimpy?
So much,
I'm
you just
good.
can't see them.
The snow is melting. My daffodils are crushed, but the snow is melting, so, you know, it's good. We've just got to get these two sides to get along. Foul lies. Their position contradicts yours, but there are similarities. You dwell on your differences so much that you can't see them. Thanks for the host, Cheddar Man. Thank you for being a friend. Yeah, basically rest in peace, daffodils. They're all, I can, like, as the snowbank recedes, I can see them, like, just planted face down. It's so sad. It's okay. Alright. So basically, there's two sets of single-celled organisms. These guys have a balanced metabolism and a long lifespan. They don't reproduce much. The other single-cell guys need to eat all the time, and they reproduce all the time, but they die really quickly.
Frankly, Azra Visner is quite rational and makes your impassioned pleas for genocide sound psychotic. For a being of goodness, you're rather bloodthirsty. Maybe you should try practicing what you preach, foul lies. Their position contradicts yours, but there are similarities. You dwell on your differences so much, you just can't see them.
Captain, they're as different as angels and demons.
No, they're not.
Similarities? They are beings of shadow. They mock our perfection. They are our antithesis, created after we were to destroy us and our potential for good.
You repeatedly proclaim yourself good and suggest you are morally superior to the Alphans. Why don't you act?
Oh, Morwen. Why don't you act like it? Okay, so they think they were created first. So is one like a plague and the other one not? It's interesting.
If you're so perfect, how come you need our help? You said they were created after you were. How do you know that?
We know we came first because that is what our sacred scriptures tell us. In the light we were born and commanded to shun that which dwells in darkness. This clearly tells us that we came first. Surely you can see that. Or is it that you have some other interpretation of the event that birthed the Omegans?
Does your sacred scriptures explicitly say that no beings were created before you?
Dare you suggest they came first?
Let's see what we've got. 2 single-celled organisms, each incapable of survival on their own. One lives in light, the other lives in darkness. Each must live a limited and unstable life without the other.
Captain, do you know what you're doing?
Allow us to unite you again. Your combined strengths will make you a viable entity again.
The persuasiveness of your arguments has opened for me a door through which I spy a future and a truth that I have long denied. You are correct. Perhaps being only half of a whole, I could not see the solution. Yes, I desire your help for my
That hadn't been me doing anything. They just kind of solved it themselves. Okay, so we need to combine them. Thank you, Captain Kirk, for just taking along on this ride without letting me make any decisions whatsoever. Alright, so I'm going to assume
This casing is constructed from a uranium alloy and contains computer equipment, an image projector controlled from the keyboard, a communications relay, a genetic bank behind that porthole, and a slot with which to take samples from the genetic bank. The computer is quite sophisticated, Captain, with encoded engrams similar to Dr. Daystrom's M5 computer program.
But how did they make these computers and stuff? I don't understand. Alright, well, let's take it.
I swear I can almost feel the life in the sample.
That's a weird thing to say. Can we pick it up?
I swear I can almost feel the life in the sample.
We can't pick it up? The tricorder noise is awful. Yes, all noises are awful. Pretty much.
These Omegans are incredible. They metabolize almost everything, which explains how they give off that glow.
Okay, so let's grab them, please. Thank you.
The sample dish feels warm to the touch.
Did we pick it up? I hope we did. Yes, we did. That's weird. Let me save really quick.
Save new game. Replace.
Okay, so we have a sample of them. We're gonna try and combine them genetically. That seems like a weird thing to do, but okay. Hey, are you serious? There's a bunch of cats vomiting outside your house? Are you sure they're not fighting? H says, oh, it must be the tricorder. Alright, let's talk to these guys again.
You get no response.
Okay, well, let's go over. I've heard that a good alarm clock would be one with the sound of cats puking because you'd like leap out of bed, and I know that's true. Anytime Bob starts to hork up a hairball, I leap out of bed and like try and find him to put him in the bathroom where he can hork on some tile and not on my carpet. Alright, how do we get these guys to come back?
I do not see the logic in that action.
Because I want to talk to them again.
I sense no intelligence from the creatures beyond this glass. I sense no intelligence from the creatures beyond this glass.
How can we get them to talk to us again? We need them to talk to us again. It induces it. Cat punishment. It's not a punishment for the cat, I just don't want him throwing up on my carpet, like where I can't get it up. I can wipe it up off tile. He's very comfortable in the bathroom. Alright, we need to... Where's the other guys? We need to talk to them and get, like, what is this problem over here? That is not like a good situation. Imprisoning Bob in the bathroom. Only when he's sick. And he has his litter box in there and food and water. He's fine. How do we...
The computer is functional, but I detect no connection between the keyboard and the machine itself. Apparently, it was designed this way.
Okay. Jackson Galaxy is triggered. Jackson Galaxy is a very interesting guy. That's all I have to say about that.
I am reactivating Visner, Captain.
Oh, good. Bobatron is doing good. No, it's not a terribly big bathroom, but he's pretty comfortable in there. I don't put him in there all the time. Alright, let's talk to this dude and figure out what we're supposed to do. Let's figure it out.
Was it not as I said it would be? Are not the Omegans a fanatical race, uninterested in anything but fulfilling some self-contradictory messianic destiny for themselves? I assume they filled your heads with their warped theology.
Frankly, Visner, Azra is certainly committed to his cause. Warped theology. It is true they differ greatly from you, but your worldviews are based on common beliefs. You see things from different perspectives, that's all.
There we go.
Are you utterly ungrounded in logic? They are creatures of superstition. They invaded our world, then sought to drive us from it. How can you suggest we are anything
cat bathroom money?
You question my grounding.
It's all of our bathrooms, not just the cats.
Examination of Alphan beliefs. Aren't they concerned with the same things you are?
You question my grounding in logic, but you don't apply logic to the examination of Alpine. Please, nothing concerns as you are.
You're supposed to be the reasonable one. Your facts can't be very persuasive if you aren't willing to try and find common ground.
You said they usurped your place in the world, which suggests prior ownership by you. What evidence do you have to support that concept?
You question my grounding in logic, but you don't apply logic to an examination of Alphan beliefs. Aren't they concerned with the same things you are?
How can their concerns match ours when they reach conclusions based on superstition and a document which is largely allegorical in content?
Logic, when applied to your arguments and theirs, suggests that you have had the same experience. The two of you are united in a common drive to attain an end. Your mutual distrust reflects a fear of facing your destiny. Realizing your full potential will not
There's
be
a lot of crap,
risk,
but Captain Kirk
it is
sure
possible.
sells it.
Meet us, meet the Omegans halfway, and we will help you fulfill your destiny.
Not a bad psychoanalysis, Jim. Freud would be proud.
Captain, you may be ignoring the obvious.
Your position is unassailable and points out the one and only purpose for our races. Thank you, Captain Kirk, for making me see that. Yes, I desire your help.
I have no idea how he convinced them, guys.
Help us.
No, I don't sing that. But the cat's not in the bathroom all the time. And definitely not in there when I'm going to the bathroom. Thank you very much. Although he does put his paws underneath the bathroom door. Alright, let's grab this.
I hope this thing is sealed up tight.
Yeah, I do too. 'Cause that's kind of a gross statement.
You take the alpha sample, which feels cold to the touch.
That's weird. The alpha sample feels cold. Alright, let's save it here quick.
Save, new, get replaced.
Alright, here we go. Still not tired, eh, Morwen? Okay, so this guy needs to chill out. Where is he? This guy right here. So, this is the third machine in here. Your cat isn't a voyeur like mine. Oh, he may be, but I make sure he's out of that bathroom before I go in there. The scariest thing is if you're in the shower and the bathroom door's open and he decides to come in and then open up the shower curtain and scare the crud out of you. I'm like, because the shower curtain moves and you look and there's nobody there. It's just the cat. Alright. He likes to sleep in the bathroom sink, even if the door is open. Which is weird when you try and wash your hands in the middle of the night. Alright. Or go in there and he's looking at you. Okay, what can we do? Let's figure out what this is for first.
Nothing unusual about that object, Captain.
Are we just supposed to put them both in here? I guess the game will just let us
Nothing
stop.
unusual about that object.
I don't want to scan anything anymore. I just want to put these in there. Just stares back. You had a cat who would leap through the shower curtain? That is terrifying.
Interesting. They began multiplying at a phenomenal rate, so fast that they couldn't absorb enough energy to survive.
Okay.
I don't understand any of this, Jim.
Okay, whoever this is needs to move. I can't get it in there if you don't... I can't get the other sample in the slot. There we go.
The Omegans seemed to metabolize at a phenomenal rate, so fast they couldn't cope. Their own energy efficiency caused them to consume themselves.
Okay. My cats like to sit between the plastic curtain and the fabric one and stare at me while I shower. He liked running water. Braxton's cat liked running water. My cat, he likes it. He likes... I don't know what he likes. He doesn't like the water actually running. He just likes to see what everyone's doing. Okay, so now what do we do? I don't know how to run this machine. Hopefully someone else does.
I went to medical school, not a computer college.
Oh my gosh. Oh, that's bad. Okay, come here.
The narrow width of the keyboard indicates the creatures who designed it were possessed of hands with
Okay,
only three
well,
fingers and a thumb.
Well, let's do what we need to do.
The computer is functional, but I detect no connection between the keyboard and the machine itself. Apparently, it was designed this way.
Alright, so who's supposed to go over and handle this?
The narrow width of the keyboard indicates the creatures who designed it were possessed of hands with only three fingers and a thumb. My tricorder detects nothing unusual. I suggest using Dr. McCoy's tricorder
Fine,
instead.
but how do we get this machine up and running? Mont says retro gaming and talking about cats perfect combo. Maybe we could talk about something interesting like bowel movements. Retro games are fun, and cats are fun too, Mont78. Welcome to the stream. Do you also like Star Trek? We could talk about that as well. We've already covered how buff these guys are, so there you go. Alright, so we've got the samples in the computer. Do we need to use this computer out here? Like, is that the deal? Okay, so let's see. Can this guy do it?
Wow, this is almost identical to an 8000 sequencer. Cutting-edge Federation technology. Just input a sample, and the sequencer analyzes it so it can be spliced or altered on the genetic level with the replicator.
So should we have now put them in there?
We have to run a set of source samples through the sequencer before I can make a composite sample with the replicator.
Then why did we put them in here if we didn't need to? Okay, so get them out of there.
This slot is shut tight and there's none of the dust we saw out in the other room. I can't seem to do anything with it.
Okay.
I don't know anything about these consoles. No, I don't think that's necessary.
Yes. Shower floor water is like champagne of the cat water world. Also toilet bowl water and Christmas tree water. Any water that isn't for them. My cat loves to drink coffee. He will dip his paw in my coffee and lick it, which is super gross because it's the same paw he used to scratch his litter with. And then I throw my coffee out. It's like, come on. I need my coffee. Okay, so should I have not put them in there? Crap. Alright, let's load up this game and see what happens. Okay. Nope. Okay. Third room. Alright, what do we have? Do we have both of them in here now? Yes. Okay, now we have to go on this. We have to go figure out what we're doing here. So we have these 2 samples. I hate it so much. Bob always wants to eat or drink whatever I'm eating or drinking. Salad, especially like salad that he wants to like pull off my plate but does not actually want to eat. It's weird. Alright, so we've got a sample. We put that in there?
No, I don't think that's necessary. No, I don't think that's necessary.
Yeah, it is. What did you just do? What did he just do?
This sample sequence is like a dream.
Okay. So, what does this mean?
No, I don't think that's necessary.
Okay.
Captain, we have to run a set of source samples through the sequencer before I can make a composite sample with the replicator.
Okay, so we need this other one to go through. Okay, gotcha. Thank you, my friend. Yes, I have a personal taste tester.
I don't
buries
know why,
his poop.
but I could not get a good sampling.
Wait, what? What?
I don't know why, but I could not get a good sampling.
That seems like a jerk move. No. We're gonna
Ensign,
talk.
let Dr. McCoy try that troublesome sequence.
I can do the job, sir, if I can have some peace and quiet here.
Mr. Johns, I think I'm getting a clear picture here of your difficulties. Do you realize that insubordination is an offense punishable by a court-martial?
Poison control.
It looks to me that you're deliberately
Anyway,
trying to
try and
mislead
get some
us.
sleep,
That's not a good
Warren.
career move. Calm down, Ensign. No one is criticizing you. I just need answers.
I appreciate the offer, Captain, but I know what's right and wrong here, so I don't need your help.
Ensign, I appreciate your situation, but this is not the time for... Ensign, you are here as a genetic engineer, not as a philosopher. I expect my orders to be obeyed, and if you have a problem with them, I don't expect to be deliberately misled.
Okay.
I regret my attempt to mislead you. I will accept whatever punishment you feel is necessary.
What is it you think I'm asking you to do, Ensign?
You don't understand, Captain. Look at the Alphans and look at the Omegans. There's so much evil in the universe. You're asking me to destroy a race of good and beauty by mixing their genetics with something ugly, something evil. I can't do it.
Ensign, I think you're confusing things. The Alphans and Omegans are single-celled creatures. While the projections may have seemed sophisticated and human, they are constructs. You can look at the sequence and tell what you have there for DNA could never produce such a creature, can't you?
Pretty much.
I am asking you to do nothing of the kind, Ensign. You believe in the struggle of good against evil, and I respect that. But the application of your philosophical perspective is misplaced here. The Alphans and Omegans are single-celled creatures. They are no more capable of good or evil than a tribble. Can't you see that? Look, mister, even if the projections should be taken at face value, both sides have agreed to this. McCoy says they're only single-celled organisms, and you're smart enough to know if he's right or wrong. Use your instruments, be a geneticist, and then make a decision.
Single cells. You're right. I've been a real idiot.
Yeah, you have been.
I suppose
Why
I
did we
should
bring
take
you
a
on this
refresher
mission?
course in Aesop.
It wouldn't hurt. Some of the wisest people in history have written for children.
Never judge an input card by its label. I guess that was the trap I fell into and kept me from doing my job and made me deceive my captain.
If it's any consolation, you're not very good at deception, Ensign.
Thank you, sir.
He should not be
I
in
hope you'll give me a chance to
Starfleet
correct
if
my
he's...
mistakes. Do you think we're really meant to combine the two races?
You've programmed the sequences. You can tell whether they're compatible.
Sir, the sequencer indicates that they need to be combined for their continual survival. But how did you know?
I listened to Dr. McCoy. It seemed the logical conclusion, given the evidence.
Thank you, Captain.
Well, we barely talked to McCoy, so do we... Okay, do we got the samples? Okay, now we can go in here. Alright.
Captain, we have to run a set of source samples through the sequencer before I can make a
now
composite
can you
sample
go...
with the replicator.
Alright, now can we put these guys in finally? There we go. Very concerned about whatever's going on
The
over
alpha
here.
sample is sequenced, sir.
Okay.
No, I don't think that's necessary.
So...
No, I don't think that's necessary.
No. Hang on, hang on. Hey.
Captain, we have to run a set of source samples through the sequencer before I can make a composite sample with the replicator.
We already did that, right? We already did that. We did this too. Okay.
This sample sequence is like a dream.
No, I don't think that's necessary.
I don't know what that means.
No, I don't think that's necessary.
I thought he was replying to what he said. Okay, now we should be able to go in here and get something done. Alright. Okay, now can you...
I'm not so good with this type of machine, Captain.
Great.
No effect.
Half of this game is me
The
figuring out...
narrow width of the keyboard indicates the creatures who designed it were possessed of hands with only 3 fingers and a thumb.
Oh, that's right. We have to put these in here. Okay. Well, here we go, guys. Eventually...
Interesting. They began multiplying at a phenomenal rate, so fast that they couldn't absorb enough energy to survive.
Okay.
I don't understand any of this, Jim.
Okay, well, if we can get this...
No, I don't think that's necessary.
Yes, it is, but you're in...
No, I don't think that's necessary.
Super annoying. Move out of the way. Here we go.
No, I don't think that's necessary.
Yes, it is.
No, I don't think that's necessary. No, I don't think that's necessary.
Alright. I'm gonna get this game.
I don't understand any of this.
Just walk
Jim.
away so I have room to actually deal with this.
I don't understand any of this, Jim.
I'm getting
No, I don't think that's necessary.
very angry about this.
No, I don't think that's necessary.
Okay, what about you?
The narrow width of the keyboard indicates the creatures who designed it were possessed of hands with
murder
only
this
3
game.
fingers and a thumb. I do not see the logic in that action.
Well, what are we supposed to do?
There is power going into these circuits, Captain, making it capable of functioning.
Okay, I need to walk out and then walk back in because McCoy has blocked what I'm trying to touch and I can't. There we go. Now watch. Now we can put it in. This is super aggravating. Look
The
at that.
Omegans seemed to metabolize at a phenomenal rate, so fast they couldn't cope. Their own energy efficiency caused them to consume themselves.
Okay. So now we've done this.
I'm not so good with this type of machine, Captain.
Okay, well, who is?
I don't understand any of this, Jim.
Okay, game, you're gonna kill me here. How are we going to... So now go over here. Do what?
The 2 samples have joined together as easily as if they had once been a whole and had been separated before.
Any race that had this technology 50,000 years ago could possibly have been able to perform such a dissection and kept both halves alive.
Captain, with the samples sequenced together, I'm ready to use the replicator to produce a sample with the combined genetic data.
Good. Let's do that.
No effect.
Okay. It's not this one, is it? It is, I guess.
I am producing a new culture, Captain.
Okay.
Captain, the genetic sequence is still stored in the computer. If we need another sample, the replicator can generate it.
Okay. Alright, so let's pick this up.
What do I know about genetic samples?
Gosh, dude, are you killing me? You are killing me here. Just pick this.
What do I know about genetic samples?
I don't know. What do you know? Apparently nothing. Can we pick this up, please? Oh my gosh.
You take a new sample from the replicator, which feels oddly chilly and lifeless in your hands.
I guess we'll call this new life form The gammons.
Why not? Makes sense to me.
Alright. But it's cold and lifeless. Alright, let's put it in here. With the other samples that I guess I didn't need to put in there, I don't know. I'm very confused.
You took it in, but there are problems. The malformed creatures are feeding upon each other and destroying the colony.
Life energy levels are falling. They're gone.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. So what happened here? Okay. Produce another one. Let's produce another one.
I was unaware you had studied genetics at the Academy, Captain.
No, I don't think that's necessary.
You know who I'm trying to pick.
I am producing a new culture, Captain. Captain, the genetic sequence is still stored in the computer. If we need another sample, the replicator can generate it.
Okay, let's look at this.
This colony of creatures appears unviable.
What are we supposed to do about it if it's appearing unviable?
Something's wrong here. The creatures are malformed and appear to be feeding upon each other.
There's definitely something wrong here, Captain. This sample should not be acting this way.
Okay.
I'm just a simple country doctor, not a magician. There are some things I...
He loves saying that. He loves saying, I'm just a country doctor, I'm not a magician.
Aside from some dust and dirt and a small chemical deposit on the intake nozzle, this DNA replicator appears to be in the same condition that it was 50,000 years ago.
So, what have we got here?
This isn't a medical matter, Jim.
Well, it's something of a medical matter. This is giving you flashbacks to Techno Babylon. I bet it is. Alright, so... what is it is making it non-viable?
The computer console has a conventional keyboard which is covered by odd symbols you do not immediately recognize.
Alright, well let's see if Spock can do something over here.
I will now reactivate Ezra, Captain.
There's gotta be something. Okay. What are we missing?
I see you have foolishly wasted the sample I have provided. I will, however, provide another, in the hopes that I may be reunited with my other self.
Thank you! Because I did waste that.
Finish your task, human, with our blessing.
Well, thank you.
I swear I can almost feel the life in the sample.
Great, can you just pick it up, please?
I swear I can almost feel the life in the sample.
Okay, game.
The sample dish feels warm to the touch.
Okay. So something about the way he genetically sequenced these is wrong if they're eating each other and dying without life. What is it that's wrong with the genetic sample? Like, they're supposed to mix and solve each other's problems. But I don't know.
I am reactivating Visner, Captain.
Yeah, we wasted all those people. All those billions of sickle cell organisms, we waste them. Sorry, buddy.
I see you have foolishly wasted the sample I have provided. I will, however, provide another in the hopes that your mission may be completed.
Our mission or your mission? Because... okay.
I hope this thing is sealed up tight. I hope this thing is sealed up.
Stop. I'm not trying to do any. Just please take this.
You take the alpha sample, which feels cold to the touch.
Okay, we're gonna quick scan these things and see.
This colony of creatures appears viable for the short term.
Okay.
All internal systems in Dr. McCoy's tricorder are functioning normally.
Yeah, I'm aware of that, game. Thanks. Thank you so much. I just wanted to switch out instruments.
Boy, these alphans are healthy little beggars. They're multiplying at a phenomenal rate.
Okay.
Do you really expect me to analyze this, Jim?
Yeah, I do, actually.
Nothing unusual about that object, Captain.
Why are you commenting on the one sample and not the other sample? That seems weird. Alright, so what did this kid do that's incorrect here? Alright. Let's do this again. There's something wrong with the way he did this.
The alpha sample is sequenced, sir.
Okay. Great.
This sample sequence is like a dream.
Okay, great. Alright, also we need to get rid of this other one because it's just yuck.
What do I know about genetic samples?
Nothing, but can you pick something up, Kirk, for once in your life? He's like, nah, I don't need to pick that up.
You take a new sample from the replicator, which feels oddly chilly and lifeless in your hands.
I guess we'll call this new life form the Gammons.
Why not? Makes sense to me.
Okay, we need to do something
No
different.
effect.
We need to do something different with this. What is going on with these?
These Omegans are incredible. They metabolize almost everything, which explains how they give off that glow. Something's wrong here. The creatures are malformed and appear to be feeding upon each other.
Say, like, give it 5 minutes top before the extra bites it. I hope so. They haven't been doing that this much with this game, which surprises me. Let's throw this one in here.
It took it in, but there are problems. The malformed creatures are feeding upon each other and destroying the colony.
Life energy levels are falling. They're gone.
Why are they... So what's the issue? Let's go outside. Is there anything outside that we missed? Can we walk anywhere outside? I didn't even check. Oh, guys, I didn't even check over here.
I wonder what it was meant for.
That's what we're here to find out, Mr. Johns.
Wow, I totally missed this. Maybe that's important, guys.
This appears to be similar to Federation technology, Captain. Its control principles are similar to the Medaille sensor dish on Vulcan. It has locked the array at a 35-degree angle. Without knowledge of the code control sequence, I cannot adjust it. I also detect that its power core is not functioning. It operates on geothermal energy, tapping into heat from the ground below.
Okay.
This appears to be similar to Federation technology, Captain.
Not functioning. Okay, so... Come on, Spock,
Captain,
fix it.
Until power has been returned to these controls, there is nothing I can do.
Interesting.
The array dish appears to have escaped much of the damage visited upon the rocks.
Is there anywhere else I can walk? Like, can I walk up this way or over this way? Is there anything around here that might be helpful to us figuring out what's going wrong with the genetic sample?
Captain, Although this rock formation does indirectly lead to the thermal core, I suggest finding an area that would allow a more direct transfer of energy.
Okay.
Nothing unusual about that object, Captain.
Are you talking about this rock right here?
Nothing unusual about that object, Captain.
It's gonna be one of these. Nothing unusual about the object. Okay, well, we need something to go down to the thermal core. That doesn't seem like a great idea. Okay, go over here. Alright. Doesn't seem to be... What are we missing here? What about this pillar? Let's scan that.
There are life form readings just to the east and west of this room.
So what's all this gunk? Okay, let's talk to him and see what went wrong.
Let's wrap up this mission so we can get out of here.
I think I'm finished now, Captain.
Yeah, really? Because it seems like you did a terrible job.
I was unaware you had studied genetics at the Academy, Captain.
Okay. What about you, Spock?
Captain, Ensign Johns would be the ideal person to operate this device. This device is curiously similar.
But he did a
to the
terrible
DNA
job last
replicators
time.
back on the Enterprise.
He did a terrible, terrible job. He's just gonna make a mess again.
I am producing a new culture, Captain. Captain, the genetic sequence is still stored in the computer. If we need another sample, the replicator can generate it.
This does not seem...
There's definitely something wrong here, Captain. This sample should not be acting this way.
Okay, so what's wrong?
I'm just a simple country doctor, not a magician.
Jen
There's
giving a
some things
performance
I
review.
just can't fix.
Well, he's not doing his job. I just kill it now.
You have just killed the life forms in that dish.
Good, because they needed to die. They were killing each other. Okay, so he'll not get his promotion. No, he should not be on the flagship, guys. Okay. We've got some sort of issue with this to solve, too. Which I think is
Jim,
just...
are you all right? It is fascinating how desperate situations can inspire such illogical actions.
Okay, so...
These rocks are approximately 1.3 billion years old and are volcanic in origin.
Okay.
Nothing unusual about that
Okay,
object.
so we know it needs to have its battery recharged. But I don't know how to fix it, and I really don't know how to fix this other situation either. Oh, there's another one. Oh, well, I didn't know I could even go this way. Such as the thing with retro games, guys.
The array is a precision instrument that shows a high degree of machining. Captain, these controls do not seem to be functioning properly.
Why aren't they? Let's find that out.
The array appears to have deployed recently, which explains its lack of damage. The support beneath the base is weak and crumbled. It is aligned to a point approximately 35 degrees above the horizon.
Okay. Can you fix it?
The array is a precision instrument that shows a high degree of machining.
Fine, let's walk more this way. There's 3 of them. There's 3 arrays? Come on.
The array appears to have deployed recently, which explains its lack of damage. This array appears focused on a point approximately 35 degrees above the horizon.
Okay, but why, Spock? Why?
Captain, until power has been returned to these controls, there is nothing I can do.
Okay. So explain to me what's all around here.
This rock is a secondary formation produced by the interaction of plates, earthquakes, and volcanism.
Okay.
The array appears to be in similar condition to the others we have seen.
So what can we do to get the battery recharged? And do we even want to?
Nothing unusual about that object, Captain.
Other than we're an alien planet, I guess there's nothing unusual. Can only go to the side, we can't go down. So one's like 30 degrees, one's 35 degrees. Yeah, we've got to be... Why are the arrays here? And why can't we... And this one is what? This one is...
In sharp contrast to the surrounding stones, the array glitters unblemished by the surroundings.
Yeah, I bet, game. What does he say about it? He says it's...
The array appears to have deployed recently, which explains its lack of damage.
35. So they're all...
The base
they're all...
is weak and crumbled. It is aligned to a point approximately 35 degrees above the horizon.
Alright, so how do we... No Christmas bonus for these guys.
Unlike the rocks surrounding it, the sensor array dish looks
Yeah, I
fairly
figured that
new.
out. Why isn't it...
The array appears to have deployed recently, which explains its lack of damage. The focal point of the dish is aligned approximately 35 degrees
Yeah, I got
above the
that.
horizon.
So what's going on with the power source?
This appears to be similar to Federation technology, Captain. Its control principles are similar to the Medaille sensor dish on Vulcan. It has locked the array at a 35-degree angle.
Okay, so it needs heat from below. How are we going to do that? And there's nothing out here that'll tell us why. Crap. So what don't we understand? Why won't these guys come on? Can spam a pic? You want to put a picture up, Zombie Man? Is that what you're asking me? Is it spam, or is it just you want to put a picture up? We destroyed that, by the way.
This colony of creatures appears unviable.
Well, let's zap it.
You have just killed the life forms in that dish.
Yes, thank you. Zombie Man, what is it you want to put up? Alright, so we can't figure out why. Here, let's...
Aside from some dust and dirt and a small chemical deposit on the intake nozzle, this DNA replicator appears to be in the same condition that it
Diddly
was
spamly
50,000
doodly.
years ago.
Thanks for the laugh, Zombie Man. Okay, can we...
I'm just a simple country doctor, not a magician. There are some things I just can't fix.
You did not make it, but it's cool. I like that. Okay.
Nothing to report, Captain. Are you ready to be beamed aboard?
Tourist season's not over, Lieutenant.
So when do we get shore leave, Captain?
Lieutenant, if I scheduled shore leave down on this planet, I'd be the most unpopular captain in the Starfleet. Kirk out.
Maybe he'd be unpopular. Maybe they like desolate, empty planets. So this thing keeps making crazy stuff that's not working. So what do we need? Is there something else we need? Like, what else?
nothing unusual about that object, Captain.
We need a better geneticist, that's for sure. Because this guy is just not good.
Mr. Johns, you've got to learn to calm down that personality.
You can scan for personality? Blue, yellow, red. What color are these guys? They're blue and yellow. Where's our samples? They weren't supposed to take them. Like, we got them back. How did they disappear on us?
The two samples have joined together as easily as if they had once been a whole and had been separated before.
Any race that had this technology 50,000 years ago could possibly have been able to perform such a dissection and kept both halves alive.
Captain, with the samples sequenced together, I'm ready to use the replicator to produce a sample with the
But it's
combined
not
genetic
right.
data.
Yeah, you can, but it's not.
This seems pointless.
It's not right, though.
I am producing a new culture, Captain. Captain, the genetic sequence is still stored in the computer. If we need another sample, the replicator can generate it.
Yeah, but the problem is, this is still not good. Did you miss a cave go? I might have. I'm gonna go out. There's 3. There's 3 caves. That's what I thought. Maybe I did. But there's 3, and I've been in all 3. All 3 rooms. How you doing, Go?
This colony of creatures appears unviable.
Yeah. You playing Zelda? How is it? Are you playing it on the Wii U or the Switch? Did you pre-order Siberia 3? No, I didn't pre-order Siberia 3. They haven't. Has it released? Last I checked, they don't have an official release date. I wanted to pre-order it from GOG, but they didn't get the pre-order for some reason. I don't know why. I tweeted at them about it, but they kind of went, "We don't talk about that on Twitter." I'm like, okay, but I would like to pre-order from you. So I don't know. Has it released? Okay. Dang it. So we've got all these dumb stuff outside. Ah, Wii U. I heard Link doesn't have his iconic hat in it. It releases in April now. Yeah, I need to look at that again.
The array appears to have deployed recently, which explains
Okay,
its lack
guys.
of damage. The focal point of the dish is aligned approximately 35 degrees above the horizon.
I can't wait to play it. Siberia 3. I'll be interested to see what they did with the game. The original creators like heavily involved, which is good. So there's 3 of them, and they need thermal energy. We just bore a hole into the center of the planet and just let all the lava come up. I don't know what Vala is, guys. Apparently it's lava flipped. Yeah, Cheddarman, no hat. Yeah, Link has no hat in that. I don't know why. They took away his hat, which I think is super rude. So there's 3 of them. So if there's 3 of them, maybe we're missing a 3rd entity, but I don't know where. First they make him right-handed, now this. Was Link originally left-handed, Cheddarman? What is this? Can we go down here?
These rocks are approximately 1.3 billion years old.
Okay.
These rocks are approximately 1.3 billion years old.
Okay, Spock. Thanks. Where? there's only, so we can go up here, we can see those three guys we can see over here, but we can't, there's no new guys. Oh wow, why did they do that, I wonder?
As improbable as it might seem, I'm getting multiple life form readings from inside.
Okay, so there's only... This is really aggravating. How did this happen? Why am I not able to combine them? What is going on? I want to tell them, like, hey, something's not going right. There's something wrong with this machine. Like, look at this. There's all this green glop coming out of it. That should not be happening. Even though they say it's okay, it seems weird. Is there anything?
A large dry room. The huge ancient stones remind you of the buildings in Machu Picchu, Peru. Whoever built this, built it to last.
But in the GameCube version, he still is lefty, and the two versions are flipped vertically to each other. Huh.
This appears to be a patch of rust and dust that has accumulated on the machine's surface.
Yeah, but there's something weird about that rust and dust.
I'm just a simple country doctor, not a magician. There's some things I just can't fix.
Why is there rust and dust on the front? That's making me... What can we do with it? I'll send Spock over and take a look.
Readings indicate that along with oxidation and dust, there is some organic residue in the crust-like buildup.
Okay, what's the organic residue?
I'm just a simple country doctor, not a magician. There's some things I just can't fix.
Oh, the chairman says they made him ready to match the way the motion controls work. Nunchuck in the left hand, remote in the right. If they'd been smart, they could have just kept him a lefty and made that part of the challenge of the game. They could have found a way around it. That's interesting. What can we do? What is this organic residue? It's got to be important if they keep talking about it. Okay, let's have Dr. McCoy go over and take a look.
I don't understand any of this, Jim.
Stop playing dumb so you don't have to do work. I swear, Dr. McCoy is a real
No
sherpa.
effect.
What, no effect that he can't...
No effect.
He can't look at it? Okay, so there's organic residue in there. What? Braxton says no, Jen. I don't know what to, but to something. What? There's stuff here. Okay, let's... What's in the corner over here?
There are life form readings just to the east and west of this
No,
room.
right here. I feel like maybe there's a third life form that lived past these two guys, and they're here. And we need to combine them in. It's just a hand.
There are life form readings just to the east and west of this room.
Well, it's just interesting that that was part of his character, and then suddenly it's not, I guess, Braxton. Bye, Sayla. Sorry, I've been scanning the same piece of organic residue forever. So what?
What do I know about genetic samples?
Nothing.
What do I know about genetic samples?
Nothing, apparently.
No effect.
No, pick it up. Good night. Hope you sleep tight. I can tell I'm getting tired because I'm doing the same things over and over again, which is not.
You take a new sample from the replicator, which feels oddly chilly and lifeless in your hands.
I guess we'll call this new life form the Gammons.
Why not? Makes sense to me.
Why not? Yeah, there's like, that is a lot of residue there. Sure, man. It was annoying for me to play Skyward Sword because I had to swap the controllers. Oh. You just can't swash any buckles with your right hand. Because are you left? I take it you're left-handed, Cheddar Man? Which is why you knew that about Link and why, because you're a lefty your whole life. If there's something wrong with the sample, what are we doing wrong with it?
Something's wrong here. The creatures are malformed and appear to be feeding upon each other.
They're committing cannibalism. We should be way more horrified about that than what we are.
No, I don't think that's necessary.
MacGyver would have fixed that with a chocolate bar. Exactly. Taken the foil from the wrapper. Made a complete circuit of some such. I don't know. What can we do? What am I not seeing, guys? Do you think I'm missing part of a room? I'm really like, I don't know what this is. I feel like part of me is like, just clean up this mess. Get out the Sheila Shine and clean the metal so it's nice and shiny. We can't.
This colony of creatures appears unviable.
Okay. Oh, you think Miyamoto is lefty and that's why he made Link left-handed. Alright, I can't keep I'm going nuts here. I can't keep doing the same thing over and over and over again. What am I missing? What haven't I scanned in this dumb room? Like, what do they want me to see that I'm not seeing? These are pipes.
There are life form readings just to the east and west of this room.
Okay, you can't be super specific in every other part of the game. You can, but it's not viable. So you get two sets of... how this starts off is we negotiate these creatures because they're essentially the same creature that's been separated. They're single-cell organisms. And you get a sample from one and a sample from the other. And this Yahoo is supposed to analyze them and combine the DNA that we can replicate. But when it's coming out of the replicator, something's wrong with it and it's not viable at all. And so when we try and put it into the machine, it doesn't work. They're like not able to survive. So I don't know. Like when you talk to them, this is what they say. Oh boy. Why is he in here? This is scary.
Finish your task, human, with our blessing.
Okay, great.
Finish your task, human, with our blessing.
I can't see any more. Yeah, I did put the one in the back. When you put they were supposed to put the finished product in the back, but it doesn't work. So like here, we put it here. Yeah, we put it in there, but nothing happens because it's non-viable. So we put this in there.
You took it in, but there are problems. The malformed creatures are feeding upon each other and destroying the colony.
Life energy levels are falling. They're gone.
In the other machine? Oh, not the one in the back. Okay, let's try this. I think I know what you're saying. Come here. Oh, nope, wrong kid.
No, I don't think that's necessary.
Oh, you don't need to kiss the geneticist? I guess not.
I'm producing a new culture, Captain. Captain, the genetic sequence is still stored in the computer. If we need another sample, the replicator can generate it.
Hi, Inoisumo. The machine does look dirty. I have tried to clean it several times. I don't know if I'm just... Let's see if we can put this over here.
You take a new sample from the replicator, which feels oddly chilly and lifeless in your hands.
I guess we'll call this new life form the Gammons.
Ensign John, stop being so excited. It does, and I analyzed the stuff on it.
No, I don't think that's necessary.
Yeah.
No, I don't think that's necessary.
Yeah, you're supposed to combine the two, which is what I did. But you can't combine. It won't let you.
No, I don't think that's necessary.
Show it to the game and see. Can you see the problem with this?
That appears to be a failed attempt to combine the genetic samples of the Alphans and ourselves.
It is. Do you know why?
That appears to be a failed attempt to combine the genetic samples of the Alphans and ourselves.
Yes, it is a failed attempt to do so. Is there any... Yeah, it's not... There's got to be something we're missing, and I think it's all the gunk on the outside. At least I would think so. Just really... No, Go, you're fine. I'm not annoyed with you at all. That's exactly what we're supposed to do. I'm just annoyed because they want... I know it has something to do with this. This is a clue that something's not right. But it won't... I only have so many tools to analyze, and I've used all of them. Other than shooting it, but... Wait, what?
A unique use of a phaser, but adequate for removing the deposits from the apparatus.
I don't know whether to be thrilled or angry. Okay, fine. Okay, that's what was going on. Alright, we have to take this... Oh my gosh, guys. Let me just get rid of this, because it won't let me get rid of any other way. Like, let me throw it in here. Yes, it's terrible. Okay, this is gonna work now. This is so...
It took it in, but there are problems. The malformed creatures are feeding upon each other and destroying the colony.
Okay.
Life energy levels are falling. They're gone.
Solution, just shoot it. Of all the times, I pulled out that phaser so many times and shot at things, and they've been like, whatever, dude. That seemed... Oops, wrong thing. Come here, kiddo. Nope, wrong kiddo. This
no,
kiddo.
I don't think that's necessary.
Ah, kiss him, Kirk. It's not gonna hurt you. There we go. Now let's
I'm producing a new culture, Captain. Captain, after that last bad sample, I feared for the worst. However, this sample appears to be okay. Captain, the genetic sequence is still stored in the computer. If we need another sample, the replicator can generate it.
Okay. Thank you, game, for finally letting me do what I...
What do I know about genetic samples?
Okay, you end up picking it up, though, Captain. I don't know why, because you like to be part of history.
I officially christen this life form, the Gammons.
Okay.
These combined
Apparently,
creatures have a
Jitterman.
triangular structure. These Gammons have the energy efficiency of the Omegans and the reproductive rate of the Alphans.
Well, hopefully they don't turn out to be a terrible plague that spreads to the universe, since they're single-celled organisms. Alright, here we go. Finally.
Well, Jim, it doesn't look like it does anything.
Oh.
Oh, I guess I spoke too soon. It took it in. It looks as if the colony is getting a foothold in there.
Life energy levels are spiking. They're building to a level sufficient for sending out a signal 100 times stronger than the one that brought us here, Captain.
The Gammon sample appears to be thriving in this environment.
Okay. Oh.
Thank you for your hard work. You have fulfilled the design for which we were created. I am authorized to tell you. Thank you for your hard work. You have fulfilled the design for which we were created. I am authorized to tell you.
It would appear there is more to this message than we are receiving.
Kirk to Uhura. Are you receiving any strange subspace or radio signals?
Captain, there is a neutrino-based transmission being broadcast near your current position from a point of unknown origin, probably from another star system. Our equipment is not designed to handle it, though given 1 to 2 weeks, we might be able to identify patterns and extrapolate what it's trying to say.
We'll work on the problem from here. Kirk out.
Okay, so that's gonna do with the... Yay! Progress! I should be more excited about that than I am. Yay! I was able to... Okay, why are they all standing around? Come on. Still no Johns and Kirk making out, apparently. Okay, now...
This appears to be similar to Federation technology, Captain. Its control principles are similar to the Medaille sensor dish on Vulcan. It has locked the array at a 35-degree angle. Without knowledge of the code control sequence, I cannot adjust it. I also detect that its power core is not functioning. It operates on geothermal energy, tapping into heat from the ground below.
Yay! Exactly. Yay! Okay, so geothermal energy. So what is that down? Is that what that is right there?
The array appears to have deployed recently, which explains its lack of damage. The focal point of the dish is aligned approximately 35 degrees above the horizon.
Alright, let's see if we can call Huro and be like, hey.
Mr. Scott requests to know if everything is all right, sir.
Tell Mr. Scott that everything is fine. Kirk out.
Can't even ask him a question. That seems a little bit unfair.
These rocks are approximately 1.3 billion years old and are volcanic in origin.
Okay, so we've got 3 of them. They all need to have a battery charge. How can we do this? Oh my gosh.
The energy level is insufficient, Captain. We cannot generate the energy level needed to provide geothermal energy with hand phasers.
If it's thermal energy you want, Jim, I remember this planet that used a starship's phasers on a microwave setting to heat the surrounding rock to provide temporary power.
An interesting observation, Doctor. We could use the same technique here, but the beam would have to be extremely precise. If we targeted the wrong section, we could melt the rock and destroy the array.
Alright, so we need to know. Well, that's good news. We figured out what we need to do.
Save new game. Replace.
Hey! Okay, so.
Captain, although this rock formation does indirectly lead to the thermal core, I suggest finding an area that would allow a more direct transfer of energy.
Okay, like this one?
This appears to be the most accessible spot to heat the rocks below the ground and generate geothermal energy for the array.
Okay, well, let's call the ship and do it.
Kirk to Enterprise. Sulu, can you read me?
Sulu here, Captain. How can I help you?
The Enterprise should broadcast a low-level microwave beam at the coordinates I am sending.
So shooting things was the answer to these puzzles.
Stand away from the blast area.
Stand by, ready for weapons position.
We're just gonna stand right over
Sending
here.
microwaves now.
Ooh, 3D animation, guys. Wow. Yeah, they're far enough away.
Power coupling is rising rapidly. I estimate a below-ground temperature of 345 degrees Kelvin is required to reactivate the array. It is at 320, 330, 335, 340, 345, 350.
Shut off the beam, Mr. Sulu.
Affirmative, Captain.
The array is now drawing power. We were successful.
Yay! Now let's send Spock over
Captain, the parameters of this sensor have been preset. I suggest we do not change them unnecessarily.
there. Are we supposed to go in and talk to the guy again? Okay, now we can go in and talk to him. Come on, Kirk.
Whoa, my hand went right through it. It's a projection.
Okay, I think we fixed it.
I wish I knew a little more about sciences.
This definitely reminds me of an isolation bay in a genetic brewing vat. I have no idea how to use this thing.
Okay, come on. For real, we're not supposed to go talk to them? I thought that was
My tricorder detects nothing unusual. I suggest using Dr. McCoy's tricorder instead.
a very
The
critical
computer
mission.
is functional, but I detect no connection between the keyboard and the machine itself. Apparently, it was designed this way.
Alright, so that didn't fix it in here. We just need to go see about what's actually happening with the transmission thing. This is aggravating. Okay. Come on. So this one's active. What about these? Don't walk into the hot lava, guys. Hot lava! Okay, so... how is this supposed to be helpful?
The array appears to have deployed recently, which explains its lack of damage. The support beneath the base is weak and crumbling. It is aligned to a point approximately 35 degrees above the horizon.
Okay, so what do you need to do, Spock?
Captain, these controls do not seem to be functioning properly.
Okay. So...
I will need to adjust the controls before the sensor array is realigned.
okay, so do that. Spock?
Captain, these controls do not seem
Alright,
to
so
be
how do we
functioning
do that? Hot, hot, hot.
The array is a precision instrument that shows a high degree of machining.
Okay. So how...
Captain, these controls do not seem to be functioning properly.
okay, so how do we deal with that situation? Fine, we'll find the next one. It'll all be good. I'm sure they're all fine. Okay, come on, Spock.
Captain, the parameters of this sensor have been preset. I suggest we do not change them unnecessarily.
Okay, what have they been preset to, though? Come on.
This appears to be similar to Federation technology, Captain. Its control principles are similar to the Madai sensor dish on Vulcan.
What's the code control
It has
sequence?
locked the array at a 35-degree angle. Without knowledge of the code control sequence, I cannot adjust it.
Great. Alright, let's go. Okay. Now let's go down. Do we have to go back and see? Because there was the alphas had this weird symbols on their machine. We need to do that. Try the first one. I did try the first one, but I will again.
The array is functioning stably. I estimate our discharge has given it adequate energy to function for 13 days, 7 hours, and 26.8 minutes. The array is functioning stably.
So it's not.
I estimate our discharge
So the
has
only
given it
controls that
adequate
are
energy
messed
to
up are the
function
middle
for
ones.
13 days, 7 hours, and 26.8 minutes.
I did try the first one with Spock, so that's what I'm doing. Oh, you mean... Alright, let's try it and see. I see what you're saying.
The parameters of this sensor have been preset.
Yep.
I suggest we do not change them unnecessarily.
So it's just the middle one that's messed up. And Spock says he doesn't understand the symbols on the controls. Alright, let's go in here. Last time we went in here, for some reason... they're still here.
Finish your task, human, with our blessing.
We did.
A large alien computer. The computer console has a conventional keyboard which is covered by odd symbols you do not immediately recognize.
Okay, let's do this. Send Spock over there.
The narrow width of the keyboard indicates the creatures who designed it were possessed of hands with only 3 fingers and a thumb. The system is operational and producing the projection in front of us.
Crap. So we've already solved the riddle in here. It's just not telling us anymore because the middle one's messed up. So we know that. Spock's saying he won't adjust it. He doesn't know how to adjust it. So how could he... Alright, Spock. Spock, you're smart enough to handle this, man. You are. Let's see.
Captain, these controls do not seem to be functioning properly.
Okay, so these are not functioning properly. what could you do? How could you tell these controls are not functioning?
I will need to adjust the controls before the sensor array is realigned.
Okay. How can we open it up somehow?
I'm just a simple country doctor, not a magician. There are some things I just can't fix.
What about this dude?
Testing. Testing. 1, 2, 3.
Maybe we'll let Spock work with the controls.
Okay, we did, but Spock says he doesn't know what to do with them.
Scotty, I need a calculation from the main computer.
While I know the computers on the Enterprise aren't quite as good as her engines, I think she'll manage.
I am sending the problem.
Oh, well thank you,
That
Mr.
was
Spock.
too easy, Mr. Spock. The angle is 32.5 degrees.
Thank you, Mr. Scotty.
So is there anything else you need, Captain?
Not now, Scotty. Kirk out.
Alright, well here we go. There we
I'm now
go.
attempting to realign the device to 32.5.
We just had to call the ship, guys.
It should now be correctly aligned.
Okay. So does that mean we can just go? Here we go. Let's go in here. Hey! No running away for you, Captain Kirk. If I'm stuck with this game, so are you. Okay, let me quick check.
Save new game. Replay.
I'll do third room. Okay. Now let's try. Okay, yay! For Spock.
Thank you, Captain, for your aid in constituting my people and in the unexpected necessary realignment of our communications array. You have performed admirably. Of the 16 stations reporting at this point, there have been 50% fatalities, 30% other failures, and only 20% successes. One group got points for style.
Points for style? Is this some sort of game?
That's weird.
Not another alien race with a superiority complex. Who are you this time? Your appreciation is welcome, but many questions remain unanswered. Points for style? Is this some sort of... Not another alien race with a superiority complex. Who are you this time?
I am Sisissa, a projection of a synthesis of Ozra and Visner. Clearly you know that the primitive life forms you have been dealing with are incapable of creating that in which you now stand. You will also note that the more demonic of the creatures displayed a passivity you did not expect, while the morally pure creature was aggressive and bloodthirsty.
The contradictions were noted and duly dealt with. I take it you were testing us on our ability to deal with disparate and contradictory inputs.
Yes, your reasoning ability was being tested, as well as your ability to adapt to new ideas when they conflict with deeply held beliefs and cultural customs. You passed quite admirably. The Brassica were impressed.
I'm not clear on who the Brassica are.
That's like
Captain,
cabbage,
from this
guys.
site, I can deduce various things about the Brassica.
Brassica
They're
is like
taller and more
broccoli
slender
and
than we
cabbage.
are.
They're all...
They are possessed of 3 fingers and a thumb on each hand. I suppose bilateral symmetry, and I know they possess greater visual acuity than humans. They visited this place well before humans had left the Cro-Magnon stage of development. And I note they have avoided detection by us, and presumably every other race in the universe, before they decided to send out signals to bring us to their bases.
Thank you, Mr. Spock.
And more you shall know as you continue on the quest. I wish you luck.
Kirk to Enterprise, Scotty, 4 to beam up.
Yay! But also, boo! Why are they testing us, guys? Why? It's O'Brien's great-great-great-great-great-great-grandfather,
Alpha
guys.
and Omega, the beginning and the end.
In this
Beaming
case,
us up.
Bones, a new beginning. We were the midwives for the rebirth of a life form.
We were the
Two halves
midwives.
have been made
No
whole
ladies
again.
made it down there, but you know.
That's the way it was meant to be.
And let us hope that this is the end of Ensign John's prejudices.
We can all learn to stop judging people by appearances. Ensign Johns might have done well to remember.
I'd like
the
to see an
biblical
away team with
representation
more
of
girls
Lucifer,
on it, sir.
appearing in the guise of an angel of light.
You can never trust anybody, and people who look like pointy-eared hobgoblins are definitely at the bottom of the list.
It appears that Dr. McCoy did not learn the lesson of this mission either. Unfortunate, but not unexpected.
Fortunately, the Alphans and the Omegans learned philosophy and personal belief are not as easily
Of course,
divorced
they're
from
single-cell
logic as some would
organisms,
believe.
so...
We humans attain our greatest fulfillment when both of them are united.
Really, Captain?
Really? But I've had enough philosophy for one day. I'd rather worry about these brassica.
Can't get over this.
and their
Brassica is the Latin
cosmic
term
Well, with me aboard, we're sure to get
for
points
broccoli,
style.
guys.
Any
Like broccoli and
questions
cabbage are all in the
remaining
same family, and
And there's only one way
cauliflower.
to answer them.
Captain, message from Starfleet.
Bring it up, Lieutenant.
I reviewed your report from your recent assignment, Captain, and have a few comments. Well done, Kirk. Keep up the good work. I must say, however, your performance is not what we've come to expect from James T. Kirk. I guess we all have our off days, Captain. Kane out.
Ahead, Mr. Sulu.
Really?
Warp factor 5.
Leaving orbit, increasing to warp factor 5.
What? Is it because it took us so long? Probably. Dang it, guys. Voids.
Spock, where do you think we should start looking for this? Brassica?
Logic suggests that they will present us with opportunities
Killing
to
me,
come
guys.
Captain, a message from Starfleet.
3D hype.
Captain, the USS Regulus has been forced to cancel its survey mission to the Antares Rift. We've decided to redirect the Enterprise to that mission. The USS Hood will take over for your current assignment.
Of course, the Antares Rift has a rather dangerous reputation.
Nothing the Enterprise can't handle. But be careful. Starfleet out.
So, the Antares Rift. Well, it is 10:30, or not 10:30, it is 12:30. Gosh, guys, I'm tired. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. This is really fun. We got through 2 chapters, which is good. We're chugging along. We have coming up tomorrow night is Indie Tuesday, and we're playing Blackwell Convergence, which I'm excited about. And that's it. You know, continue to like show up and have fun and tell your friends. And we're, you know, slowly making our way to 400 follows for my 400 follow stream, so that's really good. Thank you. 10:30. I know. I wish it was, but it's 12:30. I got a busy day tomorrow. Thank you guys so much, and good night. I really appreciate all of you. I will see you soon. Bye! Well, in a second, as soon as I can turn off my camera. Bye!